Tonight, you do not need to force yourself to heal. You do not need to solve every thought, and you do not need to carry the weight of this entire world alone anymore, because while you sleep tonight, something quiet, something powerful can begin to change inside you. And before this night is over, your mind may start letting go of patterns that have exhausted you for far too long. So for the next few moments, allow yourself to do nothing at all, except listen. There is a reason you were guided here tonight. Maybe your mind has been overwhelmed for weeks, maybe months, maybe even years. Maybe you have been carrying stress in your body so long that you forgot what true peace even feels like. Or maybe, beneath the surface, there is a silent exhaustion no one else can see, the kind that follows you into bed, the kind that keeps your nervous system alert, even when your body is desperate for rest. And if that sounds familiar, then tonight's meditation may become one of the most important nights your mind has experienced in a very long time. Because as you drift deeper and deeper into sleep tonight, your brain is still listening, still adapting, still changing. Even now, your subconscious mind is absorbing every emotion, every belief, every repeated thought pattern, whether you realize it or not. And that means something extraordinary. It means healing does not only happen when you are awake. Some of the deepest emotional rewiring happens in the quietest moments of the night. Right now, as you listen to the sound of my voice, your body may already be beginning to soften, your breathing may already be slowing down, and your mind may already be preparing to release tension you have carried for far too long. So tonight, you are not here just to sleep. You are here to reset, to restore, to gently rewire the emotional patterns that have kept you trapped in stress, fear, overthinking, self-doubt, and exhaustion. And the beautiful thing is, you do not have to try to make this happen. Your subconscious mind already knows how to heal, your body already knows how to relax, and your nervous system is desperately waiting for permission to finally feel safe again. So give yourself that permission now. Allow your jaw to unclench, allow your shoulders to drop, allow the muscles around your eyes to soften. There is nowhere else you need to be tonight, nothing else you need to prove. This moment is for you, and as the night continues, your mind will slowly begin entering a deeply receptive state, the state between wakefulness and dreams, where transformation becomes easier, softer, more natural. This is the state where old emotional noise begins fading into the distance, where the brain becomes more open to peace, more open to calm, more open to healing. And tonight, we are going to use this powerful state together, not through force, not through pressure, but through gentle repetition, calming imagery, emotional safety, and deep rest, because the brain changes best when the body feels safe. So if your heart has felt heavy lately, if your thoughts have felt loud, if your nervous system has been stuck in survival mode, this night is your invitation to finally let go, not all at once, not perfectly, just softly, little by little. And as you continue listening, there is a chance that something inside you may begin remembering who you were, before stress consumed your energy, before fear became automatic, before overthinking became your normal state. Somewhere beneath all the noise, there is still a peaceful version of you, a calm version, a healed version, a rested version. And tonight, we begin reconnecting with that version again. So take a slow, gentle breath in, and as you exhale, imagine releasing the emotional weight of this day. Another slow breath in, and as you breathe out, imagine your thoughts becoming quieter, slower, softer. Good. There is no rush tonight. Sleep is not something you need to chase anymore. The more you relax, the more naturally sleep will come to you. And while your conscious mind slowly drifts into rest, your subconscious mind will continue listening carefully, absorbing calm, absorbing safety, absorbing healing, because every word you hear tonight is designed to guide your nervous system toward peace. Every pause, every breath, every moment of stillness is helping your mind move away from tension and closer to restoration. You may even notice your body beginning to feel heavier now, your arms relaxing, your legs softening, your heartbeat slowing. This is your body remembering how to feel safe. And safety changes everything. When the body feels safe, the brain stops fighting. When the brain stops fighting, healing begins. That is why tonight is not just another night of sleep. Tonight is the beginning of emotional repair, mental reset, subconscious renewal. And even if part of you doubts that change is possible, another part of you already knows, otherwise you would not be here. Something inside you still believes in healing, still believes in peace, still believes that your life can feel lighter again. Hold on to that feeling tonight, because over the next several hours, while you drift deeper into sleep, your subconscious mind will begin releasing what no longer serves you and strengthening the patterns that support calm, confidence, emotional balance, and deep inner safety. You do not need to control the process. Just listen, just breathe, just rest. Your only job tonight is to allow yourself to receive rest, receive peace, receive stillness, receive healing. And if your thoughts begin wandering, that is perfectly okay. You do not need to stop thinking perfectly. Simply return to the sound of my voice again and again, allowing each word to guide you deeper into comfort, deeper into calm, deeper into sleep. Imagine now that your mind is like a dark night sky. For so long, it may have been filled with storms, fast-moving thoughts, heavy emotional clouds, endless mental noise. But tonight, the storm begins to slow, the clouds begin to part, and little by little, the sky inside you becomes quieter, clearer, more peaceful. You are not broken. Your nervous system has simply been overloaded for too long. And tonight, you begin recovering from that overload. Tonight, your brain begins remembering balance. Imagine warm waves of relaxation slowly moving through your body now, starting at the top of your head, gently flowing downward, relaxing your forehead, relaxing your eyes, relaxing your cheeks, your jaw, your neck. The warmth continues downward, into your shoulders, dissolving stored tension, into your chest, softening emotional heaviness, into your stomach, releasing anxiety your body no longer needs to carry. And with every breath, you drift deeper, deeper into comfort, deeper into stillness, deeper into healing sleep. Somewhere in the distance, your waking mind is beginning to fade now. The analytical part of your brain is becoming quieter, and your subconscious mind is becoming more open, more receptive, more ready to heal. So as you continue listening tonight, allow these truths to settle gently into your mind. You are safe now. You are allowed to rest now. You are allowed to stop carrying everything alone. You are allowed to heal slowly. You are allowed to become peaceful again. And perhaps, for the first time in a long time, you can finally stop fighting yourself, because healing is not created through punishment. Healing grows through gentleness, through repetition, through rest, through safety. That is why tonight matters, because tonight you are creating an inner environment where your brain can finally begin changing in a healthier direction, a direction of calm, a direction of emotional freedom, a direction of deep restorative sleep. And as the night continues, your subconscious mind may begin building new emotional pathways, quieter pathways, healthier pathways, pathways connected to peace instead of fear. Every calming breath strengthens those pathways. Every moment of relaxation strengthens those pathways. Every second you remain here tonight teaches your nervous system that it no longer needs to stay in survival mode. You survived so much already. Now your body wants to live differently. Now your mind wants peace. And tonight, peace becomes possible again. So allow your breathing to become even slower now, even gentler, even softer, and imagine yourself lying beneath a beautiful night sky, surrounded by complete silence, complete safety, complete stillness. The stars above you glow softly. A cool night breeze moves gently across your skin, and for the first time in a very long time, there is absolutely nothing demanding your attention. No pressure, no expectations, no urgency, only rest, only calm, only healing. And as you drift deeper into this peaceful feeling, your subconscious mind continues absorbing every soothing word, carrying those calming signals deeper into your nervous system, deeper into your emotional patterns, deeper into your sleep, because tonight is not just about escaping stress. Tonight is about transforming the relationship your mind has with stress, rewiring the way your brain responds to fear, releasing the habits of tension, creating new patterns of emotional safety. And even while you sleep, your brain can continue learning these patterns. That is the beauty of the subconscious mind. It is always listening, always adapting, always changing. So tonight, let it change gently. Let it learn peace again. Let it remember calm again. Let it guide you into the deepest, safest, most healing sleep your mind and body have needed for a very long time. And as your awareness continues fading softly into the night, one peaceful breath at a time, the healing has already begun. The day is over now, or at least it can begin fading away. For the next little while, you do not need to think about tomorrow. You do not need to replay conversations. You do not need to solve every problem before allowing yourself to rest. Tonight, your only responsibility is to breathe and slowly let go. So before anything else, just notice where your body is resting right now. Notice the surface beneath you. Notice the quiet support holding your body up without asking anything from you in return. And as you continue listening to the sound of my voice, allow yourself to become aware of your breathing exactly as it is. No pressure to change it yet. No pressure to breathe perfectly. Just notice it. The gentle rise and fall, the quiet movement of air, the steady rhythm your body has been maintaining for you all day long. Even while your mind was busy carrying so much. And perhaps tonight is the first moment all day where you are finally allowing yourself to slow down. That matters more than you realize, because the moment you slow your breathing, your body begins receiving a message that says, you are safe now. You can stop fighting for a little while. You can rest. And your nervous system has been waiting to hear those words. So take a slow, gentle breath in through your nose. Hold it softly for just a moment. And now exhale very slowly, letting your body soften a little more. Good. Again, breathing in calm and breathing out the weight of the day. As you continue breathing slowly like this, your body may already begin changing. Your shoulders may start loosening. Your jaw may begin unclenching. The muscles around your eyes may soften. And all of this is happening naturally. You are not forcing relaxation. You are simply allowing it. There is a difference, because true rest does not come from trying harder. It comes from finally feeling safe enough to stop trying for a moment. And maybe your mind has been tired for a very long time, not just physically tired, but emotionally tired. The kind of tiredness sleep alone does not always fix. The kind where your thoughts continue racing, even when your body is exhausted. The kind where your nervous system stays alert long after the stressful moment has passed. If that has been your experience lately, then tonight, this moment right here, matters deeply. Because every slow breath you take tonight is helping your body move out of survival mode. Every gentle exhale is teaching your brain that danger is no longer here. And slowly, little by little, your system begins calming itself down. So once again, breathe in slowly. And as you exhale, imagine releasing all urgency. There is nowhere you need to rush to tonight, nothing you need to prove, no expectations to meet. The world can wait right now. You are simply a human being, allowing yourself to rest, and perhaps your body has needed this for far longer than you realized. Notice now the feeling of your chest rising gently with every breath. Notice how your breathing becomes just slightly slower. When you stop controlling it, that is your body returning to balance. Your body remembers how to relax, even if stress has made you forget sometimes. And tonight, we are gently helping your system remember again. Imagine now, with every inhale, you are breathing in softness, and with every exhale, you are releasing tension your body no longer needs to carry. Breathing in peace, breathing out pressure, breathing in calm, breathing out emotional heaviness. Good. Very good. You are doing perfectly. And as the rhythm of your breathing slows further, your mind may begin drifting too. Thoughts may still appear for a while, and that is completely okay. You do not need to fight your thoughts tonight. You do not need to empty your mind completely. Instead, simply allow thoughts to float by like clouds moving slowly across a quiet night sky. No resistance, no frustration, just gentle observation, and then softly returning your attention back to your breathing, back to the sound of my voice, back to this moment, because this moment is enough. You are enough, exactly as you are tonight. You do not need to become a different person before deserving peace. You do not need to earn rest through exhaustion. You are allowed to rest simply because you are human. Let those words settle into your heart tonight. You are allowed to rest. Slowly now, bring your awareness to the top of your head. Notice if there is any tension there, any tightness, any pressure, any mental heaviness from the day. And as you breathe out slowly, imagine all of that tension melting downward, dissolving softly into the darkness of the night. Your forehead smooths, your eyes relax deeper into stillness. The tiny muscles around your eyes begin letting go, and your eyelids may already feel heavier now, comfortably heavy, sleepily heavy, as though your entire body is slowly realizing it no longer needs to stay alert. That realization changes everything, because many people live for years without ever truly relaxing. Even while lying in bed, their nervous systems remain active, scanning for problems, replaying stress, preparing for tomorrow before today has even ended. But tonight, we interrupt that pattern gently. Tonight, we teach the body a different experience, an experience of safety, an experience of softness, an experience of surrender. So let your breathing become even slower now, even quieter. Inhale gently and exhale longer than before. Beautiful. Feel the muscles in your face softening more, your cheeks relaxing, your jaw unclenching, perhaps even your tongue relaxing naturally inside your mouth. Tiny areas of tension you normally never notice, beginning to release. And the more your body releases, the more your mind follows, because the body and mind are deeply connected. When the body softens, the brain begins understanding that it no longer needs to stay in defense mode. So with every breath tonight, you are guiding yourself toward healing, not dramatic healing, not rushed healing, gentle healing, the kind that happens slowly, quietly, deeply, the kind that lasts. Notice now the feeling of your neck relaxing, any pressure you have been carrying there, beginning to melt away, your shoulders dropping lower, heavier, looser, as though the invisible weight you have carried all day is finally being set down. You do not need to carry everything tonight. You can rest now, and as you continue breathing slowly, perhaps there is a part of you beginning to realize how exhausted you truly were. Sometimes we do not notice our stress until we finally become still, Sometimes we do not realize how tightly we have been holding ourselves together until we finally loosen our grip, and tonight your grip can soften. You are safe enough to soften. Take another slow breath in, and as you exhale, imagine your entire chest area relaxing, the space around your heart softening, emotional pressure loosening, as though every exhale creates more room inside you, more space for calm, more space for quiet, more space for peace. Good, very good. Your breathing is becoming slower now without effort. That is exactly what your body needs, because slow breathing tells the brain something powerful. It tells the brain, the danger has passed, we survived, it is okay to rest, and your nervous system listens carefully to those signals. Tonight, we are giving your body permission to finally stop bracing itself, permission to stop expecting the next stressful thing, permission to stop holding tension that no longer protects you. So imagine now, each breath becoming softer than the last, your body sinking deeper into comfort, your mind drifting further from the outside world, the room around you becoming quieter, more distant, less important, and instead of focusing outward, your awareness begins turning inward, toward stillness, toward healing, toward rest. Notice your arms now, heavy, warm, relaxed, perhaps feeling pleasantly weightless or wonderfully heavy against the bed. Every muscle letting go, every breath guiding you deeper, and there is something beautiful happening now. Your body is beginning to trust this moment. That trust allows deeper relaxation, and deeper relaxation allows healing. So there is no need to rush towards sleep tonight. Sleep comes naturally when the body feels safe enough, and right now, safety is growing inside you, quietly, gently, naturally. Your stomach softens, any hidden anxiety stored there beginning to loosen, any tightness from overthinking, dissolving slowly with every exhale. Your breathing continues its calm rhythm, steady, peaceful, slow, and maybe, for the first time today, your mind is not trying to run ahead anymore. Maybe for this moment, you are simply here, breathing, resting, existing, and that is enough. You do not need to solve your entire life tonight. You do not need all the answers before you sleep. The future can wait until morning. Tonight is about restoration. Tonight is about recovery. Tonight is about teaching your mind and body how to feel calm again. So breathe in slowly once more and breathe out fully, completely, gently. Good. Now imagine the stress of the day leaving your body with that exhale. Every difficult moment, every overwhelming thought, every piece of emotional noise leaving slowly, drifting away into darkness, and with every breath you become lighter, calmer, sleepier, more peaceful. Your legs relax now, your thighs softening, your knees loosening, your calves relaxing deeply, even your feet releasing tension you may not have noticed before. Your whole body now entering a quieter state, a slower state, a healing state, and your mind follows gently behind, thoughts becoming slower, further apart, less emotionally heavy, like distant echoes fading into silence. You do not need to chase silence tonight. Silence arrives naturally. When the nervous system begins feeling safe, and safety is growing stronger inside you now, every breath deepens it, every pause strengthens it, every moment you remain here teaches your brain that calm is possible again. Notice now how your body continues breathing automatically, effortlessly, without struggle. Your body already knows how to sustain you. You do not need to control everything tonight. You can let go, you can surrender, you can rest, and maybe that feels unfamiliar sometimes. Maybe part of you became so used to stress that peace almost feels strange. But your body remembers peace, even if it has been buried beneath worry for a long time. Tonight, we gently uncover it again, one breath at a time, one exhale at a time, one soft moment at a time. Imagine now that every slow breath is washing warm relaxation through your entire body like gentle waves, waves of comfort, waves of calm, waves of healing, flowing from the top of your head all the way down to your feet, and each wave relaxes you more deeply than the last, more deeply, more softly, more completely. Good. You are safe here tonight, safe to rest, safe to slow down, safe to stop carrying the world for a little while, and perhaps your mind is already drifting now, floating gently between awareness and dreams, that peaceful space where thoughts begin losing their sharp edges, where the body becomes heavier, where sleep slowly approaches without force. You do not need to chase sleep. You are simply allowing it to arrive. Like the quiet night arriving after a long day, naturally, effortlessly, slowly now, take another gentle breath in and exhale with a soft feeling of surrender. Let the night hold you. Let the bed support you. Let your breathing guide you deeper. And as your body continues softening, your subconscious mind begins listening even more carefully now, absorbing calm, absorbing safety, absorbing rest, because your subconscious mind is always listening, especially in moments like this, moments where the conscious mind grows quieter and the deeper mind becomes more open. So tonight, while you drift towards sleep, your subconscious can begin learning something new. It can learn that peace is possible, that calm is safe, that rest does not need to be earned, that you no longer need to live every moment in survival mode. And the more these ideas settle into your mind tonight, the more natural relaxation becomes, the more natural sleep becomes, the more natural healing becomes. So continue breathing slowly now, feeling yourself drifting further away from the noise of the day, further away from pressure, further away from stress, and closer to stillness, closer to comfort, closer to sleep. Your heartbeat slows gently, your muscles soften further, your thoughts drift like leaves floating quietly down a calm river at night. Nothing to hold on to, nothing to fight, only release, only softness, only rest, and maybe, just maybe, tonight becomes the night your body finally remembers what true relaxation feels like again. Not temporary distraction, not emotional numbness, real relaxation, the kind that reaches deep into your nervous system, the kind that tells your entire being you are finally safe enough to rest. And as that feeling settles deeper into you, your breathing becomes even softer now, even slower, even calmer, sleep moving closer with every passing moment, your awareness beginning to blur gently at the edges, the outside world fading further away. And all that remains now is the sound of my voice, your slow breathing, and the quiet rhythm of the night carrying you gently toward deeper rest, deeper calm, and the peaceful stillness waiting just beyond thought. Now that your breathing has begun to slow, and the weight of the day is starting to loosen its grip, there is something even deeper your body has been waiting for tonight, a feeling of safety, not temporary distraction, not false positivity, not pretending everything is perfect, real safety, the kind of safety your nervous system has quietly needed for a very long time, because many people move through life without ever fully relaxing. Even during moments of rest, their body stays alert, their shoulders remain tight, their jaw stays clenched, their breathing remains shallow, and over time, the body begins forgetting what true calm feels like. Perhaps you know that feeling, the feeling of being physically exhausted, while your mind continues racing, the feeling of lying in bed while your nervous system refuses to power down, the feeling of constantly carrying invisible tension, even when there is no immediate danger around you. If that sounds familiar, then tonight is important, because tonight We are not simply helping you sleep, we are helping your body remember that it no longer needs to stay in survival mode, and survival mode can become so normal that people forget they are living inside it. The body learns to stay prepared, prepared for stress, prepared for disappointment, prepared for pressure, prepared for emotional pain, and slowly, the nervous system begins treating peace as unfamiliar. But your body was never designed to stay tense forever. Your body was designed to return to balance. And tonight, balance begins returning softly. So take a slow, easy breath in through your nose and exhale gently, longer than before. Good. As you breathe out, imagine your body receiving a message, a quiet message, a calming message, a message that says, you do not need to protect yourself right now. You can soften, you can rest, and maybe part of you resists that at first. Maybe part of your mind has spent so long staying alert that letting go feels uncomfortable. That is okay. You do not need to force trust tonight. You are simply allowing your body to experience small moments of safety, one breath at a time. That is enough. Notice now the space around your eyes. Allow those muscles to soften even more. There is often hidden tension there, tension we carry without realizing it, as though the body stays prepared for the next stressful thought, the next problem, the next emotional burden. But not tonight. Tonight, there is nowhere to rush, nothing to solve, nothing chasing you, just this moment, just your breathing, just the quiet rhythm of rest slowly moving through you. Imagine now a warm wave of comfort gently flowing across your forehead, relaxing every tiny muscle there. The warmth moves slowly downward, relaxing your temples, relaxing your cheeks, relaxing your jaw. And perhaps you notice now your mouth naturally softening, your tongue relaxing, your teeth no longer pressing together. Small signs that your nervous system is beginning to let go. Good, very good. Your body is listening carefully tonight. Every slow breath sends signals inward, signals of peace, signals of calm, signals of emotional safety, and the nervous system responds to those signals more than words. Your body listens to rhythm, to breathing, to softness, to stillness. That is why slowing down matters so much, because healing begins when the body no longer feels under attack. And maybe your body has felt under pressure for too long. Maybe stress became such a normal part of life that your muscles forgot how to fully relax. But tonight, they can remember. Your neck softens further now, the back of your neck releasing tension slowly, your shoulders dropping lower with every exhale. Imagine all the invisible weight you carried today, gently sliding off your shoulders now. The expectations, the pressure, the emotional heaviness. You do not need to carry it tonight. Let the night carry it for you. Let the darkness hold it for a while. And as your shoulders soften further, your chest begins opening naturally too. Breathing becomes easier, fuller, slower. Your heart no longer needing to race toward tomorrow. Your body no longer preparing for something that is not happening right now. This moment is safe, and safety allows healing. Take another slow breath in and exhale completely. Beautiful. Imagine now your entire chest area glowing with warm, calming light. A soft golden warmth, not bright, not overwhelming. Just gentle comfort spreading slowly through your body. This warmth tells your nervous system, you survived, you made it through the day. You can stop fighting now. And perhaps hearing those words creates emotion inside you, because sometimes people become so used to surviving that they forget what it feels like to simply exist peacefully. No pressure, no defense, no emotional armor, just rest. Just breathing, just being. That feeling may seem small, but it changes the brain deeply, because the nervous system heals through repeated experiences of safety. And tonight, Every peaceful moment becomes part of that healing. Your arms relax further now, heavy, warm, still. The muscles loosening deeply, your hands no longer needing to hold on to anything. No tension, no gripping, just release, just softness. And the more your body softens, the quieter your thoughts become. Notice that thoughts may still drift through your mind, but they begin losing intensity now. They no longer pull at you the same way. They begin fading like distant sounds disappearing into the night, because your nervous system is shifting states, from alertness toward rest, from pressure toward peace, from survival toward recovery. And recovery is what your body has needed. Not more pressure, not more self-criticism, not more mental exhaustion. Recovery, gentle recovery, deep recovery, the kind that restores the mind slowly from the inside out. So imagine now, every breath carrying healing deeper into your body, into your chest, into your stomach, into every area that has carried silent stress. And as your stomach softens, anxiety begins loosening too. Many people carry emotional tension there without realizing it, a constant tightness, a constant readiness. But your body no longer needs to brace itself tonight. You can let your stomach relax completely. Let it soften naturally. Let your breathing move freely there. Good. You are doing beautifully. And perhaps now your eyelids feel even heavier, your thoughts slower, your body quieter, sleep drawing closer naturally. Not because you forced it, but because your body is beginning to trust this moment. Trust is powerful, especially for the nervous system, because when the body trusts the moment, it stops preparing for danger. And when preparation stops, healing begins. Imagine now that you are lying somewhere completely peaceful, perhaps beside a quiet lake beneath the night sky, or inside a warm, safe cabin while soft rain falls outside, or maybe wrapped beneath a blanket of stars in total silence. Wherever your mind chooses, allow yourself to feel completely protected there. Nothing can disturb you here. Nothing needs your attention. No demands, no expectations, only peace, only safety, only rest. The air feels calm around you. The night feels gentle, and your body begins surrendering more deeply to stillness. You deserve moments like this, moments where your nervous system is not fighting anything, moments where your body can simply breathe without fear, moments where your heart can slow down. Because constantly carrying tension is exhausting. And perhaps you have been strong for too long, strong for everyone else, strong through difficult emotions, strong through pressure, strong through uncertainty. But tonight, you do not need to be strong. Tonight, you can simply rest. There is strength in rest too. There is healing in softness. There is power in allowing yourself to feel safe again. Take another slow breath in now, and as you exhale, imagine every muscle in your back softening deeply. The upper back relaxing, the middle back releasing tension, the lower back loosening completely, your entire body now supported fully beneath you. You do not need to hold yourself up anymore. The bed holds you, the night holds you, this moment holds you, and as your body realizes it is supported, deeper relaxation becomes possible. Your heartbeat slows further, your breathing becomes softer still. Even the space inside your mind feels quieter now, like a room after noise finally disappears, stillness beginning to spread. And within that stillness, healing quietly unfolds. Not dramatic healing, not instant transformation. Gentle nervous system healing, the kind that happens slowly while you rest, the kind that teaches the body it is okay to stop expecting danger all the time. That lesson changes everything, because many anxious thoughts begin in the nervous system first. When the body stays tense, the mind searches for reasons to explain the tension. But when the body relaxes deeply, the mind slowly follows. So tonight, your healing begins in the body, in the breath, in the softness, in the feeling of safety returning little by little. And you do not need to rush the process. Healing does not need urgency. Your nervous system heals best through patience, through repetition, through gentle moments exactly like this one. So continue breathing slowly now, feeling your entire body growing heavier against the bed, your legs completely relaxed, your feet soft and still, your arms loose, your shoulders at ease, your face peaceful, and your mind drifting further from the outside world, thoughts fading further away like distant clouds slowly dissolving into darkness, nothing to chase, nothing to control, only rest, only calm, only the quiet comfort of this moment. And perhaps there is a younger part of you listening tonight too, a tired part, a part that spent years trying to stay safe emotionally, a part that learned to stay alert because life felt overwhelming sometimes. Tonight, that part of you can rest too. You no longer need to carry old fear into this moment. You survived those chapters. You are here now, breathing, resting, healing, safe enough to let go, even if only a little tonight, and little by little is enough. Small moments of peace change the brain over time. Small moments of calm teach the nervous system new patterns. Small moments of safety slowly become trust, and trust slowly becomes healing. So tonight, your body learns something new. It learns that rest is safe, that slowing down is safe, that stillness is safe, that peace is not dangerous. And with every minute that passes, those lessons sink deeper into your nervous system, deeper into your subconscious mind, deeper into your sleep. Imagine now a soft blanket of warmth wrapping around your entire body, protecting you, comforting you, allowing every remaining layer of tension to melt away. You are completely supported here, completely safe, completely allowed to rest. Your breathing slows even more now, gentle, quiet, rhythmic, your awareness drifting softly, the outside world becoming distant, the night carrying you deeper, and somewhere inside you, the nervous system begins believing something it may not have believed in a very long time, that peace is possible again, real peace, not temporary escape, not distraction, deep internal peace, the kind that settles into your chest, the kind that softens your thoughts, the kind that allows sleep to arrive naturally. And tonight, you are moving closer to that peace with every breath, closer with every exhale, closer with every moment of surrender. So let your body grow even heavier now. Let your breathing become slower still. Let your thoughts drift further into silence, because your nervous system no longer needs to stay awake protecting you tonight. Tonight, it can finally rest too. And as your body continues softening deeper into the safety of this moment, your mind slowly prepares for the next stage of healing, where emotional weight long carried beneath the surface can finally begin loosening gently, one peaceful breath at a time. And now, as your body continues sinking deeper into comfort, and your breathing moves in slow, peaceful rhythms, something even softer begins happening inside you tonight. The emotional weight you have been carrying begins loosening, not all at once, not forcefully, just gently, like heavy clouds slowly drifting apart after a long storm. Because sometimes the body becomes tired not from physical work, but from emotional carrying stress nobody sees, carrying thoughts nobody hears, carrying feelings you never fully had time to process. And over time, those emotions settle quietly inside the nervous system, inside the chest, inside the stomach, inside the muscles, inside the mind, hidden tension, silent exhaustion, emotional heaviness that follows you into the night. Perhaps you know that feeling, the feeling of smiling while secretly overwhelmed, the feeling of trying to stay strong while something inside you quietly aches for rest, the feeling of being emotionally tired, even when nothing dramatic happened that day. And tonight, for the first time in a long time, you do not need to hold all of that alone. Tonight, you can begin letting it soften. So take a slow, easy breath in, and as you exhale, imagine releasing emotional pressure your heart no longer needs to carry. Good. Another slow breath in. And as you breathe out, allow your chest to soften even more. Very good. There is no need to force emotions away tonight. No need to analyze every feeling. No need to fix yourself before resting. Healing does not begin through pressure. Healing begins when the body finally feels safe enough to stop holding everything so tightly. And perhaps your emotions have been held tightly for a very long time. Maybe you learned to hide them. Maybe you learned to push through them. Maybe you became so used to surviving that you stopped noticing how heavy things felt inside. But your nervous system noticed. Your body noticed. And tonight, your body is finally being given space to release what it has carried quietly for far too long. Notice now the center of your chest. No judgment, just awareness. Imagine a warm, gentle light glowing there, soft, safe, comforting. With every breath, that warmth expands slowly through your chest, loosening emotional tension stored there, tension from worry, tension from sadness, tension from disappointment, tension from carrying too much for too long. And as the warmth spreads, your breathing becomes deeper naturally, slower naturally, calmer naturally, because emotional safety changes the way the body breathes. You are no longer bracing against the world right now. You are resting inside this moment, and that moment of rest matters deeply. Sometimes people spend years carrying emotions they never fully released, pain that stayed trapped beneath daily responsibilities, stress hidden beneath productivity, loneliness hidden beneath busyness, fear hidden beneath constant thinking. And eventually the body becomes exhausted from carrying so much unspoken weight. But tonight, you do not need to keep carrying it the same way. Tonight, you can loosen your grip even a little. That is enough. Take another gentle breath in and exhale slowly, imagining emotional heaviness leaving your body like mist fading into the night air. You do not need to chase the feeling away. Simply allow it to leave naturally. And as you continue breathing, perhaps certain memories drift softly through your awareness. Moments that hurt, moments that changed you, moments you thought you had already moved past. If they appear tonight, do not fight them. Do not judge yourself for them. Your mind is simply showing you what has needed gentleness. Sometimes healing begins not by avoiding emotion, but by finally allowing it space to breathe. And tonight, there is space, safe space, quiet space, healing space. So if sadness appears, let it soften. If tiredness appears, let it rest. If emotion rises gently to the surface, allow it to move through you without resistance. You are safe here. You are not breaking apart. You are releasing. There is a difference. And releasing does not always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like a deep exhale. Sometimes it looks like relaxing your shoulders for the first time all day. Sometimes it looks like finally admitting you are tired. And sometimes it looks like lying here quietly, allowing yourself to stop pretending you are okay for a little while. That honesty is healing, because the body heals better in truth than intention. So tonight, you do not need to perform strength. You do not need to appear perfectly healed. You only need to rest. Imagine now every exhale carrying away emotional noise from your mind. The noise of overthinking, the noise of pressure, the noise of fear about the future, the noise of regret from the past, leaving slowly, fading softly. And beneath all that noise, there is stillness. A calm version of you still exists beneath everything you have carried. A peaceful version, a softer version, a version of you untouched by all the stress. And tonight, You begin reconnecting with that part of yourself again, slowly, gently, naturally. Notice now how your body feels heavier than before. Your arms relaxed, your chest softer, your jaw loose, your thoughts slower. This is what happens when emotional tension begins leaving the nervous system. The body no longer spends as much energy defending itself internally. And the moment the body stops defending, sleep moves closer, healing moves closer, peace moves closer. Take another slow breath in now. And as you exhale, imagine years of emotional pressure loosening just slightly. You do not need to release everything tonight. You are not in a race. Even the smallest softening matters. Even the smallest moment of peace changes the nervous system. So tonight, every breath matters. Every moment of stillness matters. Every gentle release matters. Imagine now that your emotions are like waves in a quiet ocean at night. For a long time, perhaps the waves felt stormy, restless, heavy, overwhelming. But tonight, the storm begins calming. The waves become slower, softer, gentler, and eventually, the surface becomes peaceful again. Your emotions can become peaceful again too, not because difficult things never happened, but because your nervous system no longer needs to carry those moments with the same intensity forever. You deserve relief. You deserve rest from emotional exhaustion. And perhaps nobody tells you that enough. Maybe you became so focused on functioning that nobody noticed how tired your heart became. But tonight, your heart is allowed to rest too. No pressure, no expectations, no emotional performance, only softness, only breath, only quiet healing unfolding slowly inside you. Notice your breathing now, how natural it feels, how gentle, how calming, each breath guiding your nervous system deeper into release. And the more you breathe slowly, the safer your body feels. The safer your body feels, the more emotional tension can finally let go. This is how healing happens quietly, one layer at a time, one breath at a time, one peaceful moment at a time. Imagine now a warm night rain falling softly around you, not cold rain, comforting rain, the kind that washes dust from the air, the kind that makes the world feel still, and with every drop of rain, emotional heaviness washes gently away from you, old stress dissolving, mental exhaustion dissolving, hidden sadness dissolving. The rain carries it away into darkness, while you remain safe, warm, and completely supported. Nothing needs to be figured out tonight. Nothing needs immediate answers. You are allowed to pause, allowed to stop mentally carrying tomorrow, allowed to stop replaying yesterday. This moment is enough, and as your body accepts that truth, deeper calm spreads through your nervous system, your stomach softens further, your heartbeat slows further, your thoughts drift further apart. The mind no longer clinging so tightly, the body no longer preparing for emotional impact. Only rest remains now, only softness, only the quiet rhythm of healing sleep approaching. And perhaps tonight, you begin forgiving yourself for how hard things have been, not blaming yourself for being tired, not criticizing yourself for struggling sometimes, not punishing yourself for being human. You were never meant to carry endless pressure without rest. You were never meant to stay emotionally tense forever. Your nervous system needs gentleness too. And tonight, gentleness surrounds you completely. Take another slow breath in and breathe out fully. Good. Feel your chest relaxing deeper now. Feel the emotional pressure becoming lighter, not disappearing instantly, just becoming easier to carry, softer, more distant, like old echoes fading slowly into silence. And maybe beneath the exhaustion there is still hope inside you, quiet hope, a small calm part of you that still believes peace is possible. That part of you matters, because healing begins there, in the quiet decision to stop fighting yourself, in the quiet willingness to rest, in the quiet belief that your nervous system can learn calm again. And it can. Your body can learn peace again. Your mind can feel lighter again. Your heart can rest again, even if it has been a very long time. So continue sinking deeper into this feeling now, allowing your entire body to soften more with every breath, your legs heavy, your arms still, your face peaceful, your mind drifting gently between awareness and dreams, that peaceful space where emotional resistance begins dissolving, where the subconscious mind opens quietly, where healing suggestions settle deeper into the nervous system. And tonight, your subconscious is listening carefully, absorbing softness, absorbing calm, absorbing emotional safety, because your subconscious mind remembers everything you repeatedly feel. So tonight, we are teaching it something new. We are teaching it rest, teaching it gentleness, teaching it that you no longer need to carry endless emotional tension to survive. You survived already. Now your body wants peace. Now your nervous system wants recovery. Now your mind wants quiet. And tonight, quiet becomes possible again. Imagine now yourself setting down a heavy emotional weight you have carried for years. Perhaps you never realized how heavy it became until this moment, but now you no longer need to hold it alone. You can place it down beside you just for tonight, and as you set it down, your entire body feels lighter, freer, softer, sleepier, because emotional release creates space inside the nervous system, space for peace, space for calm, space for healing, and the more space you create tonight, the deeper sleep can move into you naturally. Your breathing slows even more now, gentle, quiet, steady. The night around you feels softer too, everything becoming calmer, stillness expanding, your awareness floating gently, and perhaps now your thoughts feel distant, less urgent, less sharp, as though your mind is slowly realizing it is finally okay to rest. Yes, it is okay to rest now. Okay to stop carrying every emotion alone. Okay to let the night hold you for a while. Okay to drift. Okay to surrender. And as you continue drifting deeper into this growing sense of emotional softness, your subconscious mind quietly prepares to guide you even further beyond conscious thought, toward the peaceful doorway between wakefulness and sleep, where deeper healing can begin unfolding naturally beneath awareness. And now, as your body rests more deeply and your thoughts begin drifting farther into silence, something powerful is quietly happening beneath the surface of your mind tonight. Your brain is beginning to soften old patterns, patterns repeated so many times. They started feeling automatic, patterns of worry, patterns of fear, patterns of overthinking, patterns of self-doubt, patterns of emotional tension your nervous system learned simply to protect you, and perhaps those patterns became so familiar you stopped noticing how much energy they were taking from you every single day. But tonight, your mind is entering a different state, a slower state, a more open state, the state between wakefulness and sleep, where the subconscious mind becomes deeply receptive. This is the space where emotional rewiring quietly begins, not through force, not through pressure, but through calm repetition, emotional safety, and deep rest, because the brain changes most easily when the body feels safe. And right now, your body is learning safety again. So take a slow, gentle breath in and exhale softly, letting your mind become even quieter. Good. As you continue breathing slowly, imagine your thoughts becoming softer around the edges, not disappearing completely, just slowing down, like waves becoming calmer after a storm. And within this calmness, your subconscious mind becomes more open to change. That is important, because so much of life is shaped by repeated internal patterns, the thoughts repeated daily, the emotional reactions repeated automatically, the beliefs repeated quietly beneath awareness. Over time, the brain strengthens whatever it experiences most often. Stress strengthens stress, fear strengthens fear, calm strengthens calm, and tonight we begin strengthening peace instead. Imagine now your mind as a pathway through a quiet forest. For a very long time, certain emotional paths have been traveled again and again, paths of anxiety, paths of self-pressure, paths of expecting the worst, because the brain repeats what feels familiar, even when those patterns create exhaustion. But tonight, your mind begins discovering a new path, a calmer path, a softer path, a safer path, and every peaceful breath you take tonight strengthens this new direction. So breathe slowly now, and as you exhale, imagine old stress patterns loosening gently inside your mind. No struggle, no force, simply softening, because you do not need to fight your mind to heal it. The nervous system responds better to gentleness than punishment. And maybe you have been too hard on yourself for too long. Maybe you criticized yourself for overthinking, criticized yourself for feeling anxious, criticized yourself for not healing faster. But tonight, there is no criticism here, only understanding, only patience, only calm repetition teaching your brain something new. You are safe now. You can rest now. You do not need to stay emotionally alert all the time. Let those words settle deeper into your subconscious tonight. Your mind is listening carefully now, especially in this peaceful state between awareness and sleep. Notice how your body feels heavier than before, your muscles softer, your breathing slower, your heartbeat calmer. This is what happens when the nervous system begins moving away from survival mode. The brain no longer needs to search constantly for danger, and when the search for danger slows down, deeper healing becomes possible. Imagine now every breath carrying warm, calming light into your mind. The light moves slowly through every crowded thought, every anxious loop, every exhausting mental habit, and wherever the light touches, tension softens, fear loosens, pressure dissolves, the brain no longer needing to hold itself so tightly. Good, very good. You are teaching your nervous system peace right now, and repetition matters deeply, because the subconscious mind learns through repetition, repeated calm, repeated safety, repeated moments of emotional stillness. That is why tonight matters. Every peaceful second is reshaping the emotional signals your brain receives. So as you continue drifting deeper, your subconscious begins absorbing healthier beliefs naturally. Beliefs like, I am safe enough to relax. I do not need to fear every thought. I can let go slowly. My nervous system is learning peace. I deserve rest, I deserve calm, I deserve healing, and perhaps part of your mind resists believing those words completely right now. That is okay. Healing does not require instant belief. Your subconscious changes through gentle exposure over time, like water slowly smoothing stone. No force, only repetition, only patience, only softness. Imagine now old anxious thoughts appearing like faint writing drawn in sand beside the ocean at night. Thoughts you have repeated for years, thoughts of worry, thoughts of pressure, thoughts of never feeling fully safe. And now, with every slow wave reaching the shore, those words begin washing away, slowly, naturally, softly fading back into stillness. Because your mind no longer needs to carry every old emotional pattern forever, you are allowed to change. Your nervous system is allowed to heal. Your emotional habits are allowed to become softer. Take another slow breath in now. And as you exhale, imagine your brain releasing mental exhaustion, the exhaustion of constant thinking, the exhaustion of staying emotionally guarded, the exhaustion of anticipating problems before they happen. Your mind deserves rest too. And perhaps tonight, this is the first moment in a long time where your brain is no longer trying to solve everything at once. That slowing down changes the chemistry of the nervous system. The body begins producing calmer signals. The mind begins following calmer rhythms. And slowly, the emotional pathways connected to peace become stronger. That is how rewiring happens, not in one dramatic moment, but in small repeated moments of calm exactly like this one, moment by moment, breath by breath, night after night. Imagine now your subconscious mind like a quiet garden beneath the moonlight. For a long time, fear-based thoughts may have grown there automatically, stress growing like tangled vines, overthinking spreading everywhere. But tonight, the garden begins changing gently. The old vines loosen, the tangled thoughts soften, and in their place, something calmer begins growing: peace, self-trust, emotional balance, inner quiet. The more relaxed your body becomes tonight, the more deeply those new emotional seeds settle into your subconscious, and your body is deeply relaxed now, your jaw loose, your shoulders heavy, your chest soft, your breathing calm and steady, the outside world fading further away. Only this moment remains, only this voice, only the quiet rhythm of healing unfolding beneath awareness. You are safe here, safe enough to let old patterns loosen, safe enough to stop mentally preparing for danger all the time, safe enough to exist without constant tension. That feeling may seem unfamiliar at first, but your nervous system remembers peace, even if stress made it forget temporarily. And tonight, peace returns slowly. Imagine now, every exhale creating more space inside your mind, space where pressure once lived, space where fear once echoed, space where overthinking once repeated endlessly. And in that space, calmness begins settling gently, like soft snow falling silently during the night, everything becoming quieter, stiller, more peaceful. Notice now how your thoughts drift more slowly, how your awareness floats gently between thinking and dreaming. This is the perfect state for subconscious healing. The conscious mind grows quieter here, and the deeper mind becomes more receptive. So tonight, we continue planting calm directly into your nervous system. You no longer need to fear rest. You no longer need to carry emotional armor all the time. You no longer need to live every moment preparing for the next stressful thing. Right now, there is nothing to defend yourself from. Only safety, only softness, only rest. Take another slow breath in and breathe out fully. Good. Imagine now your brain surrounded by warm golden light. This light flows gently through every anxious thought pattern, soothing the nervous system from within. Where there was fear, calm begins growing. Where there was pressure, softness begins growing. Where there was exhaustion, recovery begins growing. And your subconscious absorbs these changes naturally while you relax. Because the subconscious mind does not heal through force. It heals through emotional experience. And tonight, you are experiencing peace, real peace, not distraction, not avoidance, a true slowing down of the nervous system. That experience teaches the brain new possibilities, possibilities of rest, possibilities of safety, possibilities of emotional freedom. And the more your body experiences calm tonight, the more familiar calm becomes. That familiarity matters deeply because eventually peace can begin feeling more natural than fear. Rest can begin feeling more natural than tension. Safety can begin feeling more natural than emotional guarding. And tonight, your brain quietly moves in that direction, one breath at a time, one soft thought at a time, one peaceful moment at a time. Imagine now yourself walking slowly beneath a quiet night sky, the air cool and calm around you, stars glowing softly above, and with every step, old emotional weight falls away behind you, old thought patterns growing more distant, old fears becoming quieter, as though you are leaving behind a version of yourself that lived constantly overwhelmed. And ahead of you, there is calm. Ahead of you, there is emotional balance. Ahead of you, there is deep internal peace waiting patiently. You do not need to rush toward it. You are already moving there now. Every slow breath tonight moves you closer. Every moment of relaxation rewires the nervous system further. Every peaceful feeling strengthens healthier emotional pathways inside the brain. And your brain is listening carefully tonight. Your subconscious absorbs what you repeatedly feel. So tonight, we repeat calm, repeat softness, repeat emotional safety again and again, until the nervous system slowly begins believing it, until the body slowly trusts it, until the mind slowly remembers. I no longer need to stay in survival mode. Yes, that realization changes everything, because survival mode is exhausting. Constant alertness is exhausting. Constant emotional tension is exhausting. But tonight, your nervous system is finally being allowed to rest, allowed to soften, allowed to stop scanning constantly for danger. And as your body accepts that safety more deeply, your thoughts continue slowing further now, further into stillness, further into quiet, further into sleep. Your breathing gentle, your muscles heavy, your awareness floating softly, the edges of thought becoming blurred, the subconscious mind opening wider, absorbing every peaceful word more deeply now. You are healing tonight. Even if you cannot feel every change happening yet, your nervous system is learning, your brain is adapting, your subconscious is listening. And all throughout the night, these calm emotional patterns will continue strengthening quietly beneath awareness. So let your body soften even more now. Let your mind drift even further. Let the old patterns loosen naturally without force, because you are no longer fighting yourself tonight. Tonight, you are teaching yourself peace, and as that peace settles deeper into your subconscious mind with every passing breath, your nervous system quietly prepares for an even deeper state of emotional surrender, where the body can finally stop living as though danger is always nearby, and begin trusting relaxation completely again. And now, as your mind continues drifting deeper into softness, and the old patterns of tension begin loosening quietly beneath awareness, your nervous system is ready for something it may not have experienced fully in a very long time. Relief from survival mode, because many people spend years living in a state of hidden emotional defense. Without even realizing it, the body stays alert, the mind stays prepared, the heart stays guarded, even during quiet moments, even during rest, even while lying safely in bed at night. The nervous system continues scanning the world as though danger might appear at any second, and over time, this constant alertness becomes exhausting, not only mentally, but physically, emotionally, spiritually. Perhaps you know what that feels like. The feeling of always being on, always thinking ahead, always preparing, always carrying invisible pressure inside your chest and shoulders, the feeling of never fully relaxing. Because part of your body forgot how. If that has been your experience, then tonight matters deeply, because tonight your nervous system is learning a new experience, an experience of safety, an experience of calm, an experience where the body no longer needs to protect itself every moment, and your body has needed this more than you realize. So take a slow, gentle breath in and exhale slowly, completely. Good. As you breathe out, imagine your nervous system receiving a quiet message, a message softer than words, a message carried through the rhythm of your breathing. You survived. You are safe now. You can stop bracing yourself. And perhaps part of your body does not fully believe that yet. That is okay. Survival mode is not a conscious choice most of the time. It is something the nervous system learns slowly. After stress, uncertainty, emotional pain, or long periods of pressure, the body adapts to survive, the muscles tighten automatically, the breathing becomes shallow automatically, the mind stays alert automatically, and eventually, tension begins feeling normal. But tension was never meant to become your permanent state. Your body was designed to return to peace after stress passes. And tonight, we gently guide your body back toward that natural balance. No force, no pressure, only softness, only repetition, only calm, teaching the nervous system something new. Imagine now, your body slowly realizing there is nothing it needs to fight right now. Nothing chasing you, nothing demanding immediate action, no emergency, no danger, only this moment, only this breath, only the quiet safety of the night surrounding you gently. And as your body realizes that, your muscles soften further automatically, your shoulders relax deeper, your chest opens naturally, your stomach loosens, because the body no longer needs to stay prepared for impact. Good. Very good. You are doing beautifully tonight. Notice now the gentle rhythm of your breathing, steady, slow, peaceful. That rhythm is deeply healing for the nervous system, because slow breathing signals safety directly to the brain, and when the brain senses safety, it begins powering down survival responses. The heart slows, the muscles release, the mind softens, the body stops preparing for danger that is not here, and slowly, your nervous system begins remembering what calm feels like again. Imagine now a soft, warm wave flowing slowly through your body from head to toe. Wherever this warmth moves, tension melts away. The forehead softens, the jaw unclenches, the neck releases, the shoulders grow heavy, every area of your body receiving permission to stop guarding itself, permission to stop holding emotional armor, permission to rest completely. And perhaps your body has not received that permission in a very long time. Maybe you became so used to carrying stress that you forgot how deeply tired you truly were. But tonight, you do not need to carry everything anymore. You can place the weight down, not forever, just for now. That is enough. Take another slow breath in and exhale gently, imagining years of nervous system tension loosening slightly, like tight knots slowly unraveling one thread at a time. Healing does not need to happen instantly. The nervous system heals through repeated experiences of safety, repeated calm, repeated softness, repeated moments where the body learns, I no longer need to stay in defense mode. And tonight, that learning is already happening inside you. Your subconscious mind absorbs emotional experiences deeply during states of relaxation like this. That is why tonight matters so much, because your body is not only hearing peaceful words, it is feeling peace directly, and feeling changes the nervous system more deeply than thinking alone ever could. Imagine now yourself standing beside a quiet ocean late at night, the sky dark and peaceful above you, the waves moving slowly toward the shore, every wave carrying calm into your body, every wave washing tension away. And as you stand there safely beneath the stars, your nervous system begins realizing it is okay to stop fighting. That realization spreads slowly through your entire body now. Your heart beats softer, your breathing deeper, your muscles heavier, your thoughts quieter, the survival energy inside you beginning to dissolve gently into stillness. Good, very good. You are safe here tonight, safe enough to soften emotionally, safe enough to stop scanning mentally, safe enough to stop preparing for the next stressful thing, because right now there is no next thing. Only this moment exists, only this breath exists, only rest exists, and perhaps this is the first time all day your nervous system has truly slowed down. Perhaps your body has been waiting for this moment without you even realizing it. The moment where it no longer needs to stay strong. The moment where it no longer needs to hold everything together. The moment where it can finally exhale fully. So exhale fully now, letting your entire body sink deeper, your legs heavy, your arms relaxed, your chest soft, your face peaceful. And the more your body softens, the more your subconscious mind trusts this experience. That trust matters deeply, because the nervous system heals through trust. Trust that rest is safe. Trust that calm is safe. Trust that stillness is safe. Many people lose that trust after living under stress for too long. The body begins associating stillness with vulnerability, but tonight we gently rebuild trust again. One breath at a time, one peaceful moment at a time, one soft release at a time. Imagine now a protective warmth surrounding your entire body like a cocoon of calm light. Inside this space, nothing can harm you, nothing can pressure you, nothing needs anything from you. You are fully protected here, fully supported, fully allowed to rest. And as your nervous system feels that protection more deeply, hidden layers of tension continue melting away. The tension in your chest softens further. The tightness in your stomach loosens further. The weight in your shoulders dissolves further, your body slowly moving out of survival mode and into restoration. This is where healing begins, not when you force yourself to stay positive, not when you pressure yourself to heal faster. Healing begins when the body finally believes it is safe enough to stop defending itself. And your body is beginning to believe that tonight, perhaps slowly, perhaps cautiously, but deeply, notice now how your thoughts are becoming less urgent, less sharp, less emotionally charged. That is the nervous system calming itself. When the body relaxes, the mind no longer needs to stay hyper alert, and slowly, peace becomes possible again. Real peace, not temporary distraction, not emotional numbness, a true slowing down inside your entire being. Take another slow breath in now and breathe out gently. Beautiful. Imagine every exhale carrying survival energy out of your body, the constant readiness, the emotional guarding, the tension of expecting stress before it arrives, leaving slowly, softly, naturally. You no longer need to carry that same level of protection tonight. You survived already. Now your body wants recovery. Now your nervous system wants rest. Now your heart wants peace, and peace is finally becoming possible again. Imagine now the younger version of yourself, the part of you that first learned to stay emotionally alert. Perhaps that part became strong too early. Perhaps that part learned to stay prepared because life felt uncertain sometimes. Tonight, that part of you can rest too. You no longer need to protect yourself every second. You no longer need to carry emotional armor into sleep. You are safe now. And perhaps hearing those words creates softness inside your chest, because sometimes people spend years waiting to feel emotionally safe again, waiting to stop carrying invisible fear, waiting to finally exhale. Tonight, your body begins exhaling deeply. And with every slow exhale, survival mode weakens further, calm grows stronger, rest grows deeper, healing grows quieter and more natural. Notice now how heavy your body feels against the bed. That heaviness is peaceful, comfortable, safe. Your nervous system no longer preparing for action, your muscles no longer waiting for stress. Everything slowing down, everything softening, everything surrendering gently to rest. And maybe tonight, your body is finally learning that calm does not mean danger. Stillness does not mean vulnerability. Rest does not mean weakness. In fact, deep rest is one of the most healing things your nervous system can experience, because the body restores itself in safety, the mind heals itself in safety, the heart softens in safety. So tonight, safety surrounds you completely. The night itself feels softer now, quieter, warmer, the darkness no longer heavy, but comforting, holding you gently while your nervous system unwinds layer by layer. Imagine now every cell in your body slowly relaxing together, your heartbeat moving in calm rhythms, your breathing moving like gentle waves, your thoughts floating farther away, like leaves drifting quietly down a peaceful river at night. Nothing to hold on to, nothing to prepare for, only release, only stillness, only healing. And the deeper you drift tonight, the more your subconscious mind absorbs this feeling of safety, That feeling continues teaching the nervous system new patterns, patterns of peace instead of fear, patterns of rest instead of hyper-alertness, patterns of softness instead of defense. Your brain is learning those patterns right now, quietly, naturally, effortlessly, because the subconscious mind changes most deeply during peaceful states like this one. So there is nothing you need to force tonight, nothing you need to achieve. You are already healing simply by allowing yourself to rest, simply by breathing slowly, simply by staying here in this calm moment, and perhaps for the first time in a very long time. Your nervous system is beginning to trust peace again. That trust grows deeper now, with every breath, with every softening muscle, with every quiet second of stillness. Your awareness floating gently between wakefulness and sleep, your subconscious mind opening wider, your body surrendering further into rest. And as the last layers of survival tension continue melting quietly from your nervous system, a calmer, lighter, more peaceful version of yourself slowly begins rising beneath the surface, ready to reconnect with the deep inner calm that has always existed quietly within you, waiting patiently to be remembered again. And now, as the tension inside your nervous system continues dissolving softly into the quiet rhythm of the night, something beautiful begins awakening beneath all the stress you have carried for so long. A calmer version of you, a softer version, a peaceful version that never truly disappeared, even during the hardest moments, because underneath anxiety, underneath pressure, underneath emotional exhaustion, there is still a part of you untouched by all the noise, a part of you that remembers calm, a part of you that remembers safety, a part of you that remembers what it feels like to simply exist without constantly carrying the weight of survival. And tonight, you begin reconnecting with that part of yourself again, slowly, gently, naturally. So take a soft, easy breath in, and as you exhale, imagine layers of stress falling away from you one by one. Good. Another slow breath in, and breathe out fully, allowing your entire body to soften even deeper into rest. Very good. The more relaxed your body becomes, the easier it is to hear the quieter parts of yourself, because stress is loud, fear is loud, overthinking is loud, but peace is soft. And tonight, in this stillness, the soft, peaceful part of you begins becoming clearer again. Perhaps there was a time in your life when calm felt natural, a time before constant pressure, before emotional exhaustion, before your nervous system learned to stay alert all the time. Maybe you were younger then, maybe life felt lighter then, or maybe those peaceful moments only appeared briefly, in quiet mornings, peaceful nights, or rare moments where you forgot to worry for a little while. Those moments mattered more than you realized, because they showed you something important. They showed you who you are beneath stress, and tonight you return to that deeper self again, not by becoming someone new, but by remembering who you already were beneath all the tension. Imagine now yourself standing beside a peaceful lake beneath the stars, the water perfectly still, the night air cool and gentle, no noise, no pressure, no expectations, only quiet, only stillness. And as you look into the calm water, you begin seeing yourself more clearly, not the exhausted version, not the overwhelmed version, not the version shaped by fear or pressure, but the peaceful version underneath it all, the version of you that does not need to rush, the version of you that breathes deeply, the version of you that feels emotionally safe. That version still exists, even if stress made you forget for a while. even if survival mode buried it beneath tension. Tonight, we gently uncover it again, one breath at a time, one peaceful moment at a time. Notice now how your breathing feels slower than before, your body heavier, your thoughts softer. This is what happens when the nervous system begins remembering safety. The real self underneath the stress begins rising naturally, and perhaps, deep down, you are beginning to feel that now, a quiet sense of softness returning, a gentle feeling of emotional openness, like something inside you no longer needs to stay guarded all the time. That feeling matters deeply, because many people spend years disconnected from themselves emotionally, not because they are broken, but because stress forced the nervous system into protection mode for too long. The body learned defense, the mind learned overthinking, the heart learned caution, but tonight, your system begins learning trust again, trust in calm, trust in stillness, trust in rest. Take another slow breath in now, and as you exhale, imagine releasing the version of yourself that always had to stay tense to survive. You no longer need to carry that same weight tonight. You can soften now, and softness is not weakness. Softness is healing. Softness is what allows the nervous system to recover. Softness is what reconnects you to peace. Imagine now a warm golden light glowing gently inside your chest. With every breath, the light expands slowly through your body, and wherever this light reaches, you feel more like yourself again, not the stressed self, not the exhausted self, the peaceful self beneath it all, the version of you that smiles naturally, the version of you that feels emotionally safe enough to relax, the version of you that does not constantly fear the future, the version of you that knows how to breathe deeply and let life slow down. That version is returning now, quietly, gently, naturally. And your subconscious mind is listening carefully tonight, absorbing every feeling of safety, every feeling of calm, every feeling of emotional softness, because the subconscious remembers emotional states deeply. So tonight, the more peace you feel, the more your brain begins recognizing peace as familiar again. That changes everything, because eventually, calm can begin feeling more natural than anxiety, rest can begin feeling more natural than tension, and emotional safety can begin feeling more natural than constant alertness. Imagine now yourself walking slowly through a quiet forest at night. Moonlight filters softly through the trees, the air feels peaceful, every step feels lighter than the last. And with every step forward, layers of emotional exhaustion fall away behind you, old fears becoming distant, old tension fading, old emotional heaviness dissolving quietly into the darkness. And the deeper you walk into this peaceful place, the more you reconnect with yourself, your real self, your calm self, your rested self, the self that was always there beneath the stress. Perhaps tonight, you finally realize something important. You were never meant to live in survival mode forever. Your nervous system was never designed to carry endless tension without rest. Your heart was never meant to stay guarded every moment. You deserve peace too, real peace, deep peace, the kind that settles into your chest and softens your entire body. And tonight, you are moving closer to that peace with every breath. Notice now how your chest feels softer, your stomach more relaxed, your jaw loose, your shoulders heavy. Your body is trusting this moment more deeply now. That trust allows deeper healing, because the nervous system heals when it feels safe enough to stop defending itself, and your body is slowly learning that safety tonight. No danger here, no pressure here, no emotional performance required here. You are allowed to simply exist, allowed to breathe, allowed to rest, allowed to let go. Take another slow breath in and exhale gently. Good. Imagine now the peaceful version of yourself sitting beside you quietly. This version of you looks calm, rested, emotionally free. There is softness in their eyes, stillness in their breathing, no rushing, no tension, no fear, only peace. And as you look at this version of yourself, you realize something beautiful. This peaceful version is not separate from you. It is you, the real you beneath the stress, the you that has been waiting patiently beneath all the noise. And tonight, the distance between you and that peaceful self begins disappearing, breath by breath, moment by moment, your nervous system reconnecting with calm more deeply now. Imagine this peaceful version of you placing a comforting hand over your heart, and without words, you feel a quiet message flowing through your body. You do not need to carry everything anymore. You are safe now. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to heal slowly. You are allowed to become peaceful again. Let those words settle deeply into your subconscious tonight. Your deeper mind absorbs emotional truth more easily in moments like this, especially now, as your awareness drifts gently between waking and sleep, your conscious mind becoming quieter, your subconscious becoming more open, more receptive, more ready to remember peace. And perhaps now, your thoughts feel slower than ever before, less urgent, less heavy, like distant echoes fading into silence, the body no longer preparing for emotional danger, the nervous system no longer gripping so tightly. Only softness remains, only calm, only the quiet return to yourself. Imagine now your entire body surrounded by warm moonlight. The light wraps around you gently like a blanket of emotional safety. Every breath deepens the feeling. Every exhale softens you further. Your legs heavy, your arms still, your heartbeat calm, your breathing slow and effortless, sleep moving closer naturally. And as you drift deeper, your subconscious continues reconnecting with peaceful emotional patterns, patterns of trust, patterns of stillness, patterns of emotional balance, patterns that remind your nervous system you no longer need to live in constant fear. Yes, that realization changes the body deeply, because fear exhausts the nervous system, but peace restores it, and restoration is happening inside you right now, quietly beneath awareness, like gentle healing rain falling over dry earth during the night. Everything inside you becoming softer, calmer, more alive again. Perhaps there is even a small part of you beginning to feel hopeful now. Not loud hope, quiet hope, the kind that whispers softly, maybe peace is still possible for me. And it is, even after stress, even after emotional exhaustion, even after long periods of anxiety. Peace is still possible. Because your nervous system can learn calm again, your heart can soften again, your mind can rest again, and tonight you are already moving in that direction, one peaceful breath at a time. Imagine now yourself lying safely beneath a sky full of stars, the universe above you vast and silent, and for the first time in a very long time, you feel no need to rush anywhere. No need to become someone else. No need to prove your worth. No need to hold everything together. Only this moment exists. Only breath exists. Only rest exists. And within this stillness, you begin feeling more connected to yourself than you have in a long time. Not the stressed version, not the fearful version. The peaceful version underneath it all. That peaceful self has always been waiting for you patiently, never judging you for struggling, never abandoning you during difficult seasons, simply waiting for the moment your nervous system became quiet enough to hear it again. And tonight, you hear it, not through words, but through feeling, through softness, through calm, through the quiet safety now filling your entire body. Notice now how deeply relaxed you have become. your body almost weightless, your awareness floating, your thoughts barely moving at all, the outside world distant now. Only the gentle rhythm of your breathing remains, only the soft sound of this voice guiding you deeper into yourself, and as you continue drifting towards sleep tonight. Stronger inside your subconscious mind, stronger with every calm breath, stronger with every moment of stillness, stronger with every layer of tension that falls away, until eventually peace no longer feels unfamiliar. It feels like home again, and as your nervous system settles more deeply into that growing feeling of inner peace, your heart quietly prepares to soften even further, allowing the healing voice inside you to transform from self-pressure into compassion, from fear into gentleness, and from emotional exhaustion into deep, loving calm. And now, as your body continues resting more deeply, and the peaceful version of yourself grows clearer beneath the quietness of the night, something very gentle begins changing inside your mind, the way you speak to yourself. Because even when the outside world becomes quiet, many people still carry noise inside, an inner voice that pressures them, corrects them, questions them, reminds them of mistakes, tells them they should be stronger, faster, better, more healed than they are right now. And over time, the nervous system begins believing those harsh messages. The body stays tense, the heart stays guarded, the mind never fully rests. Perhaps you know what that feels like, the feeling of being exhausted while still criticizing yourself for not doing enough, the feeling of carrying pain while telling yourself you should already be over it, the feeling of needing rest, while your inner voice continues demanding more from you. If that has been your experience, then tonight is deeply important, because tonight your inner voice begins softening, not through force, not through pretending everything is perfect, but through gentleness, through understanding, through emotional safety, because healing happens faster in compassion than in criticism. And perhaps nobody taught you that before. So take a slow, soft breath in and exhale gently, good. As you breathe out, imagine every harsh thought inside your mind becoming quieter, not disappearing instantly, just losing intensity, like loud echoes fading slowly into the distance. And beneath those echoes, another voice begins emerging. A calmer voice, a kinder voice, a voice that does not punish you for being human. Imagine now this gentle inner voice speaking softly to you tonight. You have carried so much. You do not need to fight yourself anymore. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to heal slowly. You are already enough. Let those words settle deeply into your nervous system, because your subconscious mind listens carefully to repeated emotional messages, and many people spend years repeating pressure internally without realizing how deeply it affects the body. The nervous system hears every harsh thought, every moment of self-judgment, every silent criticism repeated before sleep, and eventually the body begins living as though it is never truly safe, even with itself. But tonight, that relationship begins changing. Tonight, your mind becomes a safer place to rest. Notice now your breathing becoming softer again, your chest relaxing more deeply, your face peaceful, your shoulders heavy. This is what happens when self-pressure begins dissolving. The nervous system softens naturally because the body relaxes most deeply when it no longer feels emotionally attacked from within. Imagine now a younger version of yourself standing gently before you, not the adult version that learned to hide exhaustion, not the version forced to stay strong all the time, a younger version, sensitive, human, still learning how to move through life. And as you look at this younger self, notice something important. They do not need criticism. They do not need pressure. They need gentleness. They need reassurance. They need safety, and perhaps, deep down, that same truth still applies to you now. Your nervous system still responds to gentleness more than judgment. Your heart still heals through compassion more than pressure. So tonight, we replace harshness with softness. Imagine now, kneeling beside this younger version of yourself beneath a peaceful night sky, the stars glowing softly above, the air calm and warm around you, and in this quiet moment you speak gently to the younger you. You did not deserve all the pressure you carried. You were trying your best. You are safe now. You no longer need to fear everything. You can rest. As those words are spoken, notice the younger version of you beginning to relax. Their shoulders soften, their breathing slows, their eyes become calmer, because compassion changes the nervous system deeply, and tonight that compassion begins healing you from within, not dramatic healing, quiet healing, the kind that reaches places inside the heart untouched by logic alone. Take another slow breath in now and exhale softly. Beautiful. Imagine now every breath filling your body with warmth and emotional kindness. The warmth moves gently through your chest, dissolving old self-criticism through your stomach, dissolving anxiety tied to pressure through your mind, dissolving the exhausting need to always be perfect. You no longer need perfection tonight. You only need rest. And perhaps your body has been waiting a very long time to hear that, because so many people only allow themselves peace after they earn it, after they finish more work, after they solve every problem, after they become better somehow. But peace was never meant to be a reward for exhaustion. You deserve rest because you are human. You deserve gentleness because your nervous system needs it. You deserve compassion because healing requires safety, and tonight, safety surrounds you completely. Imagine now your inner voice becoming slower and softer with every breath, less demanding, less fearful, more understanding, more patient, like warm light spreading slowly through darkness. And the more this gentle voice grows, the quieter old negative thoughts become. Old thoughts like, I am not doing enough. I should be stronger. I should be further healed by now. I cannot relax yet. Those thoughts begin dissolving gently tonight, because healing does not happen on a schedule. Your nervous system heals in layers, at its own pace, in its own time, and you are allowed to heal slowly. Let that truth sink deeply into your subconscious now. You are allowed to heal slowly. You are allowed to rest while healing. You are allowed to be imperfect while healing. Imagine now soft rain falling outside during the quiet night, warm, calming rain, the kind that makes the world feel still, and with every drop of rain, harsh thoughts wash gently away from your mind, pressure washing away, self-blame washing away, fear washing away, leaving only softness behind, only calm, only emotional quiet, and perhaps now your body feels even heavier, more peaceful, your awareness drifting gently between waking and dreaming. This is where the subconscious mind becomes deeply open, deeply receptive, especially to emotional tone, especially to repeated feelings of safety. So tonight, your subconscious absorbs kindness, absorbs patience, absorbs emotional gentleness again and again until the nervous system slowly begins believing, I no longer need to attack myself to survive. Yes, that realization changes everything, because many people unknowingly live with an inner voice shaped by fear, fear of failure, fear of disappointing others, fear of not being enough. But fear exhausts the nervous system, compassion restores it, and restoration is what your body needs tonight. Imagine now yourself wrapped in a warm blanket beside a quiet fire late at night, the room peaceful, the world outside distant, and for the first time in a long time, you feel emotionally safe with yourself. No inner battle, no pressure, no emotional punishment, only acceptance, only understanding, only quiet care flowing gently through your body. That feeling matters deeply, because the way you speak to yourself becomes the emotional environment your nervous system lives inside every day, and tonight that environment becomes softer, kinder, safer. Notice now how your breathing continues slowing naturally, your heart calm, your mind drifting, the body no longer preparing for emotional attack from within. Instead, your nervous system receives comfort, like a tired child finally being allowed to rest after carrying too much for too long. And perhaps part of you feels emotional hearing that, because maybe nobody ever taught you how to rest without guilt. Maybe nobody taught you that softness is necessary for healing. Maybe you learned to survive by becoming hard on yourself. But tonight, survival is no longer the goal. Peace is the goal. Rest is the goal. Emotional safety is the goal. And you are moving closer to that peace with every breath. Take another slow breath in now. And as you exhale, imagine your inner world becoming quieter than ever before. No harshness, no pressure, only calm, supportive silence. And within that silence, a new emotional pattern begins forming inside your subconscious, a pattern of self-kindness, a pattern of emotional trust, a pattern of internal safety. The brain learns through repetition. So tonight, we repeat gentleness again and again, until it begins feeling familiar, until your nervous system slowly realizes, maybe I no longer need to live in constant self-pressure. Imagine now the peaceful version of yourself from earlier returning once more, calm, rested, emotionally free. This version of you sits quietly beside you, breathing slowly under the stars, and without speaking loudly, this peaceful self reminds you gently, you are already worthy of rest. You do not need to earn calm. You do not need to punish yourself into healing. You deserve softness too. As you hear those words, your chest softens deeply, your stomach loosens, your heartbeat slows further, the nervous system responding instantly to emotional safety, because the body always listens to emotional tone. And tonight, the tone surrounding you is calm, warm, compassionate, healing. Imagine now every cell in your body absorbing that compassion like dry earth absorbing warm rain, your muscles softening further, your thoughts fading further away, your awareness floating peacefully, the outside world almost completely gone now. Only this quiet emotional safety remains, only this softness, only this stillness. And as you drift deeper into sleep tonight, your subconscious mind continues replacing old harsh emotional patterns with gentler ones, patterns of patience, patterns of self-trust, patterns of kindness, patterns that tell your nervous system, you are safe with yourself now. That feeling is deeply healing, because eventually your body no longer needs to fear your own thoughts. Eventually, your mind becomes a peaceful place to rest. Eventually, your heart stops carrying so much tension alone. And tonight, That transformation has already begun quietly beneath awareness, so let your breathing become even softer now. Let your body sink deeper into stillness. Let your inner voice continue becoming calmer with every passing moment, because the more kindness your nervous system receives tonight, the more naturally emotional peace begins growing inside you. And as that growing peace settles deeper into your subconscious mind, your entire inner world quietly prepares to absorb calm repetition even more deeply, allowing new emotional patterns of safety, confidence, and deep inner stability to strengthen naturally throughout the rest of the night. And now, as your body rests deeply and your inner world becomes softer and quieter with every slow breath, your subconscious mind enters an even more receptive state tonight, a peaceful state where repetition begins shaping the nervous system gently from within, because the mind learns through repetition, not only through dramatic moments, but through the quiet thoughts repeated daily, the emotional feelings repeated nightly, the words whispered to yourself again and again over time. And for many people, stress became repetition, fear became repetition, overthinking became repetition. The nervous system learned tension simply because it experienced tension so often. But tonight, we begin repeating something different. Tonight, we repeat calm, repeat safety, repeat softness, repeat peace again and again, until your subconscious mind begins recognizing these feelings as familiar. So take a slow, gentle breath in and breathe out softly. Good. As you exhale, imagine your entire body sinking deeper into stillness, your muscles heavy, your mind slower, your heartbeat calmer, and within this deep relaxation, your subconscious mind listens carefully to every peaceful feeling surrounding you now. Because the subconscious absorbs emotional patterns most deeply when the body is relaxed. That is why tonight matters. Every calm breath is teaching your nervous system something new. Every peaceful moment is creating new emotional pathways inside the brain, and the more often those pathways are repeated, the stronger they become. Imagine now soft waves moving slowly toward the shore during a quiet night. Every wave gentle, every wave steady, and with every wave that reaches the shore, calm moves deeper into your nervous system, again and again, softly, naturally, without effort. That is how healing repetition works, not through force, not through struggle, through steady emotional safety repeated over time. And tonight, your mind is receiving that safety deeply. So now, simply listen and allow these calming truths to settle gently into your subconscious mind. You are safe now. You can rest now. You no longer need to carry everything alone. Your body is allowed to relax. Your mind is learning peace again. Your nervous system is healing slowly. You are allowed to soften. You are allowed to breathe deeply. You are allowed to let go. Good, very good. Notice how your body responds to those words. Your chest softening slightly more. Your shoulders dropping lower. Your breathing becoming deeper and slower naturally, because the body listens carefully to repeated emotional messages. And for too long, many people repeated stress internally without realizing it, repeating thoughts like, "What if something goes wrong? I need to stay prepared. I cannot fully relax yet. I have too much to carry." But tonight, those patterns begin changing. Tonight, we create new repetition, gentle repetition, healing repetition. Imagine now, each calming phrase becoming a warm, glowing light drifting slowly into your subconscious mind. And wherever the light touches, tension loosens, fear softens, pressure dissolves, the nervous system slowly realizing it is safe to rest. Take another slow breath in now and breathe out fully. Beautiful. The deeper your body relaxes tonight, the more powerfully these calm emotional patterns settle into your brain. That is why sleep and subconscious healing are so deeply connected. Because during states like this, the conscious mind becomes quieter and the deeper mind becomes more open, more receptive, more willing to absorb emotional truth. So tonight, your subconscious continues learning. Calm is safe, stillness is safe, rest is safe, peace is safe. Let those feelings repeat softly inside you now, again and again, like gentle waves, like slow rainfall during the night, steady, comforting, healing. Imagine now your nervous system like a quiet dark room slowly filling with warm candlelight. Each calming thought lights another candle. Each peaceful breath brightens the room further, and little by little, the darkness of fear becomes softer, less powerful, more distant, because calm repeated consistently becomes stronger than fear. And tonight, calm grows stronger inside you. Notice now how your thoughts continue slowing further, how your awareness drifts gently between wakefulness and dreams. This is the perfect space for emotional rewiring, the perfect space for calm repetition to reshape the nervous system. So continue listening softly now. You are not behind in healing. You are healing at your own pace. Your nervous system deserves patience. Your body deserves rest. You no longer need to fight yourself. You no longer need to live in constant pressure. You are allowed to feel peace again. And perhaps hearing those words creates emotion inside your chest. Because maybe nobody told you those things often enough. Maybe life taught you pressure more than softness. Maybe survival became louder than peace. But tonight, peace becomes louder. Not loud in noise, loud in feeling, loud in stillness, loud in the way your body slowly softens deeper into rest with every repetition. Imagine now yourself floating gently on calm water beneath the stars. The water holds you effortlessly. You do not need to struggle to stay afloat. You are supported completely, and with every slow movement of the water, peaceful messages repeat softly through your body. You are safe. You are held. You can rest. You can let go again and again. Soft repetition guiding your nervous system deeper into calm, because repetition creates familiarity, and familiarity creates safety. Eventually, the body stops resisting peace once peace becomes familiar enough. And tonight, your nervous system is beginning that process, your body learning what calm feels like again, your mind learning what emotional quiet feels like again, your heart learning what softness feels like again. Take another gentle breath in and exhale slowly. Good. Now imagine every exhale carrying away old repeated stress patterns from your nervous system. Patterns of fear, patterns of self-pressure, patterns of emotional tension repeated for years, leaving slowly, like old echoes fading into silence. And as those old patterns fade, new patterns strengthen, patterns of rest, patterns of trust, patterns of emotional balance, patterns of deep internal calm. The more these peaceful patterns repeat tonight, the deeper they settle into your subconscious mind, and your subconscious is deeply open now, absorbing everything through feeling, through rhythm, through softness. Notice how heavy your body feels now. your legs relaxed, your arms completely still, your jaw loose, your breathing slow and effortless, sleep drawing closer naturally. And the closer you drift towards sleep, the more deeply your subconscious absorbs calm repetition. So now, simply continue receiving these peaceful truths. You are enough exactly as you are tonight. You do not need to earn rest. Your nervous system is allowed to relax fully. You survived so much already. Now your body wants peace. Now your mind wants stillness. Now your heart wants gentleness. Good. Let those words move through your body slowly, like warm light spreading through darkness. And perhaps tonight, your nervous system is finally hearing the emotional messages it has needed for a very long time. Messages of safety, messages of compassion, messages of permission to rest. Because the body cannot heal in constant fear, but it can heal deeply in repeated safety. And tonight, safety surrounds you completely. Imagine now a soft nighttime breeze moving gently through an open window, the air cool and calming, and with every breath of that peaceful night air, your nervous system relaxes more deeply, your thoughts drift further away, your awareness becomes softer, like floating gently towards sleep on waves of calm repetition. Nothing to solve, nothing to prepare for, only peace repeated quietly through every breath, only stillness repeated through every moment of softness. And slowly, the body begins trusting that peace, the heart begins trusting that peace. The subconscious begins believing, maybe calm is truly safe now. Yes, calm is safe, rest is safe, stillness is safe. And the more often your nervous system experiences those truths, the more natural they become. That is how transformation happens quietly, not through pressure, through repeated emotional experience, through repeated calm, through repeated softness, night after night, breath after breath. Imagine now the peaceful version of yourself sitting quietly beside you once again beneath the stars. This version of you breathes slowly, moves slowly, feels no need to rush, and simply by being near this peaceful self, your nervous system begins mirroring that calm more deeply. Because peace is contagious to the nervous system, the body learns emotional states through repeated exposure. So tonight, you surround yourself with peace again and again, until the body remembers it naturally, until the mind trusts it naturally, until emotional calm begins feeling like home again. Notice now how your thoughts barely move at all, the outside world fading almost completely away, your awareness floating gently in stillness, your subconscious wide open. Now, this is where healing patterns become strongest. This is where calm repetition sinks deepest into the nervous system. So continue receiving these words softly now. You are safe enough to soften. You are safe enough to rest. You are safe enough to stop carrying so much tension. You are allowed to feel emotionally free again. You are allowed to sleep deeply tonight. You are allowed to heal slowly tonight. You are allowed to become peaceful again. And as those calming truths continue repeating gently through your subconscious mind, your entire inner world begins opening toward an even deeper sense of emotional safety and dreamlike stillness, where the mind can drift beyond fear completely and into a peaceful inner sanctuary designed only for rest, healing, and deep restorative sleep. And now, as your body sinks even deeper into stillness and your breathing becomes softer, slower, almost like it is happening on its own now, something very important is unfolding quietly within you tonight. Restoration, deep internal restoration, the kind of healing that does not announce itself loudly, but works silently beneath awareness, while you sleep, while you drift, while your mind lets go. Because right now, your nervous system is no longer just relaxing, it is recovering. And there is a difference. Relaxation is the beginning, but restoration is the repair. So as you continue lying here, safe, supported, and gently drifting towards sleep, Your body begins doing what it has always known how to do. When given enough safety, it begins restoring balance. So take a slow, gentle breath in, and as you exhale, allow your entire body to soften even more deeply into the surface beneath you. Good. Another slow breath in, and breathe out fully, letting go of any remaining tension you might still be holding. Very good. Now, as your breathing continues to slow naturally, imagine something happening inside your body that you cannot see, but you can feel. Every system inside you beginning to repair itself quietly, your nervous system calming its signals, your heart slowing into steadier rhythm, your breathing becoming more efficient, more natural, more effortless, because your body does not need instruction to heal, it only needs safety, and tonight you are giving it exactly that, safety. Imagine now your entire body as a landscape at night, a quiet land, once filled with storms, now slowly becoming calm again. The winds of stress beginning to fade, the emotional noise beginning to quiet, and beneath all of that, the land itself is repairing, soil settling, water balancing, energy stabilizing, everything returning to harmony. This is what your nervous system is doing right now. Without effort, without force, just natural restoration. And perhaps you have not given yourself this level of rest in a very long time. Maybe your body has been running on emotional overload for weeks, months, or even years, constant thinking, constant tension, constant readiness. But tonight, that cycle is gently breaking. Not suddenly, not dramatically, softly, naturally, through the power of deep rest. Take another slow breath in now. And as you exhale, imagine your entire nervous system receiving a signal that says it is time to repair, and your body listens instantly, because your body is always listening, even when your mind is distracted, even when your thoughts are loud. The nervous system is always responding to your emotional state, and right now, your emotional state is calm, so your body begins repairing accordingly. Now imagine something even deeper happening inside your brain. Neural pathways that have been overused by stress begin calming down. The pathways of overthinking, slowing, the pathways of worry, loosening, the pathways of emotional reactivity, softening, not disappearing, just becoming less dominant. And in their place, new pathways begin strengthening quietly, pathways of calm, pathways of emotional balance, pathways of restful awareness. This is rewiring happening naturally during deep rest, and you do not need to control it. You do not need to guide it. Your body knows exactly what to do. That is the intelligence of your nervous system. It repairs itself when it is safe enough to stop defending. So let yourself feel that safety now. Let it spread through your chest, your stomach, your shoulders, your entire body. Good, very good. Now imagine your breath becoming like a soft healing rhythm. In, calm, out, release. In, peace, out, tension dissolving. Each breath becoming part of your body's restoration process, because oxygen is not just air, it is healing energy for your nervous system, and as your breathing deepens naturally, more oxygen flows into areas of your body that have been tight or stressed. Your muscles begin releasing stored fatigue. Your organs begin stabilizing their rhythms. Your brain begins slowing unnecessary activity. Everything inside you begins working in harmony again. Restoration is happening. Even now, even as you listen, even as you drift. And perhaps your body feels heavier now, not tired in a negative way, but deeply supported, as if gravity itself has become gentler, holding you more comfortably into rest. That heaviness is a sign of healing, because when the nervous system finally relaxes deeply, the body no longer needs to stay alert or ready. It can fully rest, So allow that heaviness to increase. Allow yourself to sink further. Good. Now imagine your entire nervous system like a network of glowing pathways inside you. For a long time, some of those pathways have been lit with stress signals, fast signals, sharp signals, alert signals, but tonight, those signals begin slowing down. The brightness softens, the intensity fades, and a new glow begins appearing, a calm glow, a steady glow, a healing glow, spreading slowly through your system. And every moment you remain relaxed, that calm glow grows stronger. This is your nervous system returning to balance, not through effort, through rest. Now, gently bring your awareness to your heartbeat. Notice it without changing it. Just observe, and as you observe it, you may notice something subtle. It is slowing slightly, not because you forced it, but because your body feels safe enough to relax its rhythm. That is powerful, because the heart responds directly to emotional safety, and tonight, safety is present all around you, inside you, through you. Take another slow breath in, and as you exhale, imagine emotional fatigue leaving your body, not just physical tiredness, but emotional tiredness too. The kind that builds up silently over time, the kind that comes from thinking too much, caring too much, holding too much inside. Your body is now releasing that weight, slowly, gently, naturally. And as it releases, your mind becomes lighter too. Thoughts no longer pulling at you with urgency. They begin drifting like soft clouds moving across a calm sky. No need to follow them, no need to hold them, just let them pass. Because right now, thinking is no longer the priority. Rest is, restoration is, healing is. Now imagine your body beginning a deeper repair process, cells throughout your system beginning to restore their balance, energy levels stabilizing, muscle tension dissolving, nervous system signals calming further. This is not imagination alone, this is your body's natural response to deep relaxation. It always knows how to repair itself when given the opportunity, and tonight you are giving it that opportunity fully. So let yourself go deeper now. Let your awareness become softer. Let your breathing slow further. Good, very good. Now imagine your mind like a quiet sky after a long storm. No more lightning, no more heavy clouds, just openness, stillness, space. And in that space, your subconscious mind begins reorganizing emotional patterns quietly. It begins prioritizing calm responses instead of stress responses. It begins reducing emotional reactivity. It begins strengthening stability because your subconscious learns through repetition. And tonight, you are repeating calm again and again, with every breath, with every pause, with every moment of softness. Now imagine something very comforting, your entire body wrapped in warm healing light, not bright, not overwhelming, just steady warmth. This warmth enters your muscles, releasing fatigue, enters your nervous system, calming signals, enters your mind, dissolving tension, and as it spreads, you may feel yourself drifting even deeper, closer to sleep, closer to rest, closer to full restoration, because sleep is not just unconsciousness, it is the body's repair state, and you are approaching that state now. Naturally, effortlessly, without trying. Now let your thoughts slow even more. Let them become distant, less important, less active, and notice how silence begins growing inside your mind. A peaceful silence, a healing silence, a silence that does not feel empty, but full of rest. Good, very good. Now imagine every part of your body working together in harmony. Your breathing steady, your heart calm, your muscles relaxed, your nervous system balanced, everything synchronized into one peaceful rhythm. This is restoration, and your body is doing it right now. Even as you listen, even as you drift, even as you sleep soon, and perhaps something inside you begins to feel hopeful, not excitement, not urgency, just a quiet sense of relief. because your body is capable of healing, your nervous system is capable of resetting, your mind is capable of calming, and tonight, all of that is already happening, slowly, quietly, deeply. Now, as your awareness continues fading softly towards sleep, your entire system begins entering a state of deep repair, where every breath becomes part of healing, and every moment of rest strengthens the foundation of emotional balance that will continue growing even after you drift fully into sleep. And now, as your body continues sinking deeper into rest, and your breathing becomes slower, softer, more effortless with every passing moment, something very quiet begins happening inside you, a shift away from mental time, away from yesterday, and away from tomorrow, and into something far more important right now, the present moment. Because so much of emotional stress does not actually live in the present, it lives in memory, it lives in anticipation, it lives in thoughts that pull you backward or forward, away from the only place your nervous system can truly rest, right here, right now, and tonight. Your mind is slowly learning how to return here again. So take a slow, gentle breath in, and as you exhale, allow your awareness to soften into this moment even more deeply. Good. Another slow breath in, and breathe out fully, letting your mind become quieter. Very good. Now, as your body relaxes further, imagine something gently unfolding inside your mind. The space between thoughts is growing wider. The urgency between thoughts is fading. And instead of being pulled constantly into thinking, you begin resting inside awareness itself. This is important because emotional stress often comes not from what is happening right now, but from what the mind keeps replaying. Old conversations, old worries, old regrets, old fears about what might happen next, and your nervous system responds to all of it, even when it is not real in this moment. But tonight, we gently interrupt that cycle, not by fighting thoughts, but by allowing space between them. So imagine now, your thoughts like distant lights moving slowly across a dark night sky, each thought appearing, then fading. Without needing your attention, you are not inside the thoughts. You are the awareness watching them pass, and that shift alone begins calming the nervous system deeply, because when you stop identifying with thoughts, they lose emotional power. And when thoughts lose emotional power, the body relaxes. So simply observe now. No need to hold on to anything, no need to analyze anything. Just allow thoughts to come and go like soft passing clouds, and return gently to your breathing. Good. Very good. Now imagine your mind slowly stepping out of mental time, no longer replaying the past, no longer projecting into the future, just resting in the stillness of now. Because your nervous system cannot fully relax when it is living in past or future. It relaxes only in the present, and this present moment is safe. Right now, nothing is demanding your attention. Right now, your body is supported. Right now, your breathing is steady. Right now, you are safe enough to let go. Let those words settle deeply into your subconscious mind. You are safe right now. And notice how your body responds to that. Your shoulders soften slightly more. Your chest loosens. Your jaw relaxes further. Because the body always responds to perceived safety faster than logic. And tonight, safety is being repeated again and again, and until your nervous system begins believing it fully. Now imagine something even deeper happening. The mind begins slowing its internal narration. The constant inner commentary softens. The mental noise becomes quieter, and in its place, stillness begins expanding. Not empty stillness, peaceful stillness, the kind that feels like floating in warm water, supported, held, unmoving, yet completely comfortable. That is where your mind is going now. So continue breathing slowly and allow your awareness to drift gently downward into your body, into sensation, into stillness. Good. Now notice your chest again. Feel how it rises and falls effortlessly. No control needed, no effort needed. Your body knows how to breathe on its own, just like it knows how to heal, just like it knows how to rest, just like it knows how to return to balance. And perhaps you have been trying too hard to control everything for too long, trying to control thoughts, trying to control emotions, trying to control outcomes. But control creates tension in the nervous system. And tonight, control is no longer needed. You can allow things to be, just for now, just in this moment. Let your breathing continue gently. Good. Now imagine your mind like a lake at night. At first, the surface may have small ripples, thoughts appearing softly, but the deeper you relax, the more still the water becomes, until eventually it reflects only calm, no distortion, no disturbance, just stillness. That is your mind returning to balance. Now imagine every breath you take is gently smoothing the surface of that lake, inhaling calm, smoothing ripples, exhaling tension, deepening stillness, again and again, until the water becomes almost perfectly still. And in that stillness, your nervous system begins to reset, because stillness is healing for the brain. Stillness signals safety. Stillness allows restoration. So stay here a little longer, just breathing, just observing, just resting. Good, very good. Now notice something subtle. Your thoughts are becoming fewer, shorter, less connected. They are no longer forming long chains of worry or analysis. Instead, they are fading into fragments, and soon, even those fragments begin disappearing, because your nervous system is no longer feeding them energy. And when attention fades, thoughts dissolve. Now imagine your body beginning to feel almost weightless, as if gravity has softened slightly, your arms heavy but comfortable, your legs sinking deeper, your entire body supported completely, no effort needed to hold yourself up. You are being held by the bed, held by the night, held by this moment, and that feeling of being held is deeply important for your nervous system, because many people carry emotional weight as if they are holding themselves up all day long, mentally, emotionally, physically. But here, you can let that go. You do not need to hold anything right now. So allow your body to fully accept support. Good. Now imagine your breathing becoming even slower, almost like the breath is breathing you in, calm, out, release, in, softness, out, letting go. Each breath deeper than the last, each exhale softer than before. And as this rhythm continues, your awareness begins shifting again, even further away from thinking, even deeper into feeling, because healing is not just mental, it is physical sensation. It is nervous system experience. It is the feeling of safety returning to your body. So notice now your entire system beginning to soften as one, not separate parts, but one unified state of calm. Your chest calm, your stomach calm, your shoulders calm, your mind calm, everything moving toward harmony. And in that harmony, your subconscious begins reorganizing emotional responses. Old reactions to stress begin weakening. Old fear patterns begin loosening. Old emotional tension patterns begin calming, because repetition of safety is stronger than repetition of fear. And tonight, safety is being repeated constantly through breath, through voice, through stillness, through awareness. Now imagine yourself standing in a peaceful open field at night. No wind, no noise, just soft grass beneath your feet, and above you, a vast calm sky filled with distant stars, each star representing a quiet moment of peace inside you. And as you look upward, you begin feeling something deeply settling inside your chest, a sense of emotional space, a sense of inner openness. a sense that you no longer need to hold everything so tightly inside. And as you stand there, you slowly begin releasing invisible emotional weight, not all at once, just gradually, like letting go of heavy bags you did not realize you were carrying, one by one, until your hands feel lighter, your chest feels lighter, your entire body feels lighter, and as that lightness spreads, your nervous system enters deeper rest. Now take another slow breath in and breathe out fully. Good. Feel your body relaxing even further into stillness now, your awareness drifting more softly, your thoughts almost completely silent. Only presence remains, only calm remains, only gentle awareness of being here, and that is enough, because your nervous system heals most deeply when nothing is required of it. No thinking, no solving, no reacting, just being. And tonight, you are simply being, and that is healing in itself. Now imagine this peaceful stillness growing even deeper inside you, like a quiet ocean at midnight, stretching endlessly calm in every direction. No waves of stress, no ripples of fear, only deep, stable stillness. And as your mind rests in that stillness, your subconscious continues absorbing calm signals that will remain active even as you drift fully into sleep. Because the body does not stop healing when you fall asleep, it continues quietly, naturally, deeply. And as you continue drifting now, your entire system prepares for the final stage of relaxation, where awareness fades gently, and sleep begins taking over completely, carrying you further into restoration, deeper into peace, and fully into the quiet healing space of the night. And now, as your awareness becomes even softer and your thoughts drift farther away into quietness, something very important begins unfolding at the deepest level of your mind tonight. Integration, because everything your nervous system has experienced, everything it has released, everything it has softened through, is not separate anymore. It is beginning to connect, to reorganize, to settle into balance. This is what happens when the mind is no longer in survival mode and finally has enough safety to process what it has carried for so long. So take a slow, gentle breath in, and as you exhale, allow your entire body to sink even deeper into comfort. Good. Another slow breath in, and breathe out fully, letting your nervous system soften further into this peaceful state. Very good. Now, as you continue resting here, imagine your entire inner world gently reorganizing itself, not like something being forced into place, but like water naturally finding its level again after being disturbed, everything inside you finding its natural position, emotions settling, thoughts quieting, energy balancing. Because your nervous system does not just need relaxation, it needs integration. It needs all the scattered stress signals, all the emotional tension, all the mental overload, to finally come together and make sense in a calmer state. And that process is happening now, quietly, naturally, effortlessly. You do not need to guide it. You do not need to control it. Your body already knows how, so simply allow it. Good. Now imagine your mind like a vast night sky after a long storm. Earlier, there may have been clouds of worry, lightning of overthinking, heavy emotional weather. But now, the sky is clearing, and what remains is open space, stillness, clarity. And in that clarity, something very important begins happening. Your experiences are no longer feeling fragmented. They are becoming integrated, meaning your nervous system is taking all the emotional signals it has been carrying and gently sorting them into balance. What is no longer needed begins dissolving. What is still important is being stored safely, and what is healthy is being strengthened. This is emotional organization. This is nervous system intelligence at work, and happens most deeply during states like this, where the body is calm and the mind is no longer overwhelmed. So as you continue breathing slowly, imagine your entire system working in harmony, like a quiet orchestra slowly tuning itself after chaos. Every part finding its rhythm again, every system returning to balance. Your breathing is part of that harmony now. In, calm, out, release, in, safety, out, letting go, and each cycle of breath strengthens integration deeper within your nervous system. Good, very good. Now imagine something even more subtle happening. All the emotional tension you carried today is no longer isolated in different places in your body. Instead, it is gently merging into awareness, where it can be released safely. You may not feel it dramatically. It is not meant to be dramatic. It is meant to be natural, like fog slowly lifting from a landscape in the morning. No effort, just gradual clearing. And as that fog lifts, you begin noticing something important. There is more space inside you now, more silence, more calm, more emotional room to breathe. That space is healing, because emotional healing is not just about removing stress. It is about creating inner space where peace can exist again. So allow that space to grow now. Good. Now imagine your subconscious mind like a deep underground river for a long time. That river may have carried tension, emotional debris, and mental noise. But tonight, the flow is becoming clearer, smoother, more aligned, and as it flows, it begins naturally carrying away what no longer belongs inside your system. Old stress patterns, old emotional reactions, old fear responses, not by force, but by flow, because healing is movement returning to natural direction. And your nervous system is returning to its natural direction now, which is calm. Take another slow breath in, and as you exhale, imagine releasing all remaining inner resistance. Good, very good. Now feel your body even more deeply. Notice how heavy yet comfortable it feels. This heaviness is not tiredness in a negative way. It is deep restoration beginning to settle in, like your entire body is being gently grounded back into safety. Because when the nervous system integrates, it creates stability, and stability feels like this: soft, heavy, quiet, safe. Now imagine your thoughts becoming extremely distant, not active, not forming stories, just fading impressions. And as they fade, your awareness becomes more physical, more sensory, more present. You may feel your breath more clearly, the weight of your body more clearly, the stillness around you more clearly. And this shift is important because it moves you out of mental processing and into physical safety, where healing deepens even further. Now imagine your entire nervous system like a network of rivers inside your body. At first, some rivers were flowing too fast, some too shallow, some blocked by emotional tension. But now, those rivers are beginning to synchronize, flowing at the same gentle pace, calm, even, balanced. And as they synchronize, your entire system becomes more stable, more peaceful, more whole. This is integration, everything coming together again. So let this happen without resistance. Good. Now notice your breathing again. It may feel almost automatic now, as if your body is breathing itself. That is a sign of deep relaxation, because control is fading and natural rhythm is taking over. In, softness, out, release. In, calm, out, surrender. Each breath deeper than the last, each moment quieter than before. Now imagine your emotional state becoming smoother, less reactive, less sharp, less heavy, not because emotions are gone, but because they are no longer fragmented. They are integrated, held safely within your nervous system instead of being scattered as tension. And that changes everything, because integrated emotions do not overwhelm you. They become part of your balanced inner world. Now imagine yourself sitting beside a calm fire in a peaceful night setting. The fire is steady, Warm, controlled, not wild, not chaotic, just gentle warmth. And as you sit there, you realize something very important. The fire inside you, your emotional energy, does not need to be extinguished. It only needs to be balanced. And tonight, balance is returning, slowly, naturally, without effort. Good. Now feel your entire body relaxing even more deeply into stillness. Your mind becoming quieter, your awareness softer, your nervous system settling into deeper harmony, and in this harmony, integration continues, old emotional weight dissolving, new emotional stability forming, everything inside you becoming more unified. And perhaps now you begin feeling a sense of emotional relief, not excitement, not stimulation, just relief. The feeling of not needing to hold everything together anymore, the feeling of not being divided inside, the feeling of finally being allowed to rest as a whole being. That feeling is healing itself. Now take another slow breath in and breathe out fully. Good. Now imagine your subconscious mind gently closing unnecessary emotional loops. Thoughts that repeated too often begin loosening. Emotional patterns that no longer serve you begin fading, and in their place, calm structure forms, stable emotional grounding forms, inner peace forms. This is your mind reorganizing itself into balance, and you do not need to do anything for it to happen. It is already happening, right now, inside you, even as you drift, even as you rest, even as you sleep. Now imagine your entire body floating gently in warm, still water, completely supported, completely safe. No movement required, no effort needed, just stillness holding you softly. And in that stillness, integration continues even more deeply, because when the body is fully supported, the nervous system no longer has to stay alert. It can fully restore, fully reorganize, fully heal. Good. Now notice how quiet your mind has become, thoughts almost gone. Only awareness remains, soft awareness, peaceful awareness, and that awareness is enough, because you are not your thoughts, you are not your stress, you are not your tension, you are the awareness beneath all of it, and that awareness is calm. Now, as you continue drifting deeper, your subconscious mind completes another layer of integration, gently aligning emotional energy, restoring internal balance, and preparing your entire system for the deepest phase of sleep, where healing continues automatically, beyond thought, beyond effort, and fully into the quiet restoration of the night. And now, as your body continues to rest more deeply, and your awareness begins drifting further away from thinking, something very subtle, very quiet, and very powerful is beginning to unfold inside you tonight. A reset. Not a sudden reset, not a forceful reset, but a natural, biological, nervous system reset that happens only when the body feels deeply safe. Because your nervous system was never meant to stay in constant tension. It was designed to move between stress and recovery, activation and rest, alertness and deep repair. But when life becomes overwhelming for too long, that natural rhythm becomes disrupted, and the body forgets how to fully return to calm. But tonight, that rhythm begins returning again. So take a slow, gentle breath in, and as you exhale, allow your entire body to soften even further into this moment. Good. Another slow breath in, and breathe out fully, letting go of any remaining tightness anywhere in your body. Very good. Now, as you continue resting here, imagine something happening at the deepest level of your nervous system, your internal alarm system. The part of your brain that stays alert for danger is slowly lowering its sensitivity, not shutting off, not disappearing, just becoming balanced again. Because when that system becomes overactive for too long, everything feels like a threat. Small problems feel bigger, thoughts feel heavier, emotions feel more intense, even rest can feel difficult. But tonight, Your nervous system is learning something new. It is learning that it does not need to stay constantly activated. So imagine now a dial inside your body that controls alertness. For a long time, that dial may have been set too high, always scanning, always reacting, always tense. But now, gently, that dial begins turning down, slowly, naturally, not by force, but by safety. And as it lowers, your entire body begins responding. Your breathing deepens, your heartbeat slows, your muscles relax further, your mind becomes quieter. Good, very good. Now imagine your entire nervous system like a network of tiny lights inside your body. When stress is high, those lights flicker quickly, bright, unstable, overactive. But as you relax now, those lights begin stabilizing, becoming steady, becoming soft, becoming balanced. And in that balance, your body begins shifting into repair mode. Because the nervous system cannot fully heal while it is in high alert, it heals when safety is present. And right now, safety is being experienced through every breath you take. So let that feeling expand, let it grow, let it fill your entire body. Good. Now imagine something even deeper happening. Your brain begins releasing the need to constantly predict danger. Because one of the biggest sources of inner stress is not what is happening now, but what the mind keeps preparing for. What if something goes wrong? What if I cannot handle it? What if I am not ready? And each of these thoughts creates subtle tension in the nervous system. But tonight, you are stepping out of prediction mode. You are returning to presence. So gently imagine your mind stepping away from those future-based thoughts, like stepping out of a noisy room into a quiet space. And in that quiet space, there is no need to prepare for anything, only rest, only stillness, only now. Good. Now feel your breathing again. It may already feel slower than before. That is your nervous system adjusting itself, returning to a calmer baseline. This is what reset feels like. Not dramatic, not loud, just quiet recalibration happening inside you. Now imagine your body like a deeply intelligent system that has been running in emergency mode for too long, and now, finally, it is switching back into recovery mode. Energy that was being used for alertness is now redirected toward healing. Muscles begin repairing. The brain begins reorganizing. The nervous system begins balancing. Everything inside you shifts from survive into restore. And you do not need to control this process. Your body already knows how. It only needed safety to begin, so allow that safety to grow even more now. Good. Now imagine your chest area gently softening, as if a tight knot that has been there for a long time is slowly loosening, not suddenly, but gradually, with each breath in, softening, out, releasing, in, relaxing, out, letting go. Very good. Now imagine your nervous system like a river that had been flowing too fast for too long. When a river flows too fast, it becomes chaotic, turbulent, unstable, but when the flow slows down, everything settles, clear water returns, balance returns. And that is what is happening inside you now. Your internal river is slowing, stabilizing, returning to its natural peaceful flow. Good. Now notice your thoughts again. They may feel far away now, like distant echoes instead of active voices. That is a sign of deep nervous system calming. Because when the body relaxes, the mind naturally follows. And now your mind is no longer leading. It is resting, supported by your body, held by your breath, held by this moment. Now imagine your entire body floating gently, no weight, no pressure, just soft suspension in calm space. And in that floating sensation, your nervous system begins to release deeper layers of stored tension, tension that was not even conscious, tension held in the background, tension accumulated over time, now dissolving slowly, like ice melting in warm light. Good, very good. Now imagine your breathing becoming the only rhythm that matters. Everything else fades into background silence. In, calm; out, release; in, safety; out, surrender. Each cycle guiding your nervous system deeper into reset. Now imagine your brain beginning to slow its internal processing speed, not because it is shutting down, but because it is no longer overworking. It is returning to natural rhythm, balanced rhythm, restful rhythm. And in that rhythm, healing becomes more efficient. Memory processing stabilizes, emotional processing softens, stress responses decrease, and your system begins reorganizing itself naturally. This is your reset happening in real time. Now imagine a soft golden wave moving through your body from head to toe, wherever it passes. Tension dissolves wherever it moves. Calm expands. It enters your forehead, smoothing mental pressure. It enters your jaw, releasing hidden tension. It enters your neck, softening tightness. It enters your chest, opening emotional space. It enters your stomach, calming internal stress. It enters your legs, grounding you into deep stillness. And as this wave moves through you, your entire nervous system begins synchronizing into calm. Good. Now take another slow breath in and breathe out fully. Beautiful. Now imagine something very important happening at the deepest level of your biology. Your parasympathetic nervous system is becoming more active. Now this is your rest and repair system, the system responsible for healing, for digestion, for restoration, for recovery. And as it activates, everything inside you begins slowing into balance. Heart rate stabilizes, breathing deepens, muscle tension decreases, stress signals reduce, and your body enters a true healing state. Now imagine yourself lying in a peaceful, safe place where nothing is required of you. No decisions, no responsibilities, no urgency, only rest, only safety, only healing. And in this state, your subconscious begins doing something very important. It starts resetting emotional responses. Old stress reactions begin weakening. Old anxiety loops begin softening. Old tension patterns begin dissolving, and in their place, calm responses begin forming. Balanced responses, stable responses, so your nervous system is not just relaxing, it is reprogramming itself, gently, naturally, quietly. Good. Now notice your awareness becoming softer again, less focused on thinking, more focused on being, and in being, your system finds peace. Now imagine yourself drifting in a vast calm space, like floating in warm darkness that feels safe, supportive, and deeply restful. No direction needed, no effort required, just drifting, just surrendering, just resting. And as you drift deeper, your nervous system continues its reset process automatically, even after you stop consciously listening, even after thoughts fade completely, even after sleep arrives. The reset continues, because healing does not stop when awareness fades. It continues beneath it. Now feel your entire body becoming heavier again, your awareness softer, your breathing slower, your thoughts almost gone completely now. Only stillness remains, only calm remains, only deep restoration remains. And as you continue drifting into sleep tonight, your entire nervous system completes another layer of reset, stabilizing your internal rhythms, restoring emotional balance, and guiding you deeper into uninterrupted healing sleep, where your body continues repairing itself naturally, peacefully, and completely beyond conscious awareness. And now, as your body drifts even deeper into stillness, and your breathing becomes softer, slower, almost like it is happening without effort at all, something very profound begins unfolding quietly beneath your awareness tonight, a deep emotional release, not the kind that is forced, not the kind that is dramatic, but the kind that happens when the nervous system finally feels safe enough to let go of what it has been holding for too long. Because emotional weight does not disappear through thinking, it releases through safety, through rest, through stillness, through the body finally realizing, I do not need to hold this anymore. So take a slow, gentle breath in, and as you exhale, allow your entire body to soften even more deeply into this moment. Good. Another slow breath in, and breathe out fully, letting go of anything you are still holding inside, even if you cannot name it. Very good. Now, as your awareness continues to quiet down, imagine something very gentle happening inside your emotional system. Layers of stored emotional tension begin loosening, not all at once, not in a sudden wave, but slowly like knots gently untangling themselves when no one is pulling on them anymore. Because emotional tension is often not something you consciously hold, it is something the body holds silently, in the shoulders, in the chest, in the stomach, in the jaw, in the nervous system itself, and over time, these small tensions accumulate into emotional heaviness. But tonight, your body is no longer in a state of holding, it is in a state of releasing. So imagine now, your entire emotional system like a tightly held string that has finally been placed down. And as it relaxes, the string begins to soften, to loosen, to unwind, and with every breath you take, more and more of that emotional tightness dissolves. Good, very good. Now imagine your chest area specifically. This is where emotional weight often gathers. Pressure from stress, pressure from worry, pressure from unspoken feelings. And as you rest now, imagine a warm, soft light gently entering your chest. Not forcing anything, just warming, just softening, just allowing, and wherever this light reaches, emotional tension begins to melt, slowly, quietly, naturally. You may not see it, but your body feels it. A subtle release, a softening sensation, a gentle easing inside. Good. Now take another slow breath in, and as you exhale, imagine releasing emotional heaviness that you may have been carrying without realizing. Very good. Now imagine something even deeper happening. Your nervous system begins allowing suppressed emotional energy to finally move, not explode, not overwhelm, just move, because when emotions are not expressed safely over time, they become stored tension in the body. But when safety is present, that stored energy begins to dissolve naturally. And tonight, your system is safe, completely safe. So imagine that stored emotional energy beginning to flow out of your body slowly, like warm water gently leaving a container that is no longer needed. No resistance, no struggle, just release. Good. Now imagine yourself standing beside a calm ocean at night. The waves are gentle, the air is soft, and each wave that reaches the shore carries away a piece of emotional weight from within you. Old sadness, old stress, old worry, old emotional exhaustion, washed away slowly, naturally, with every wave. And as you stand there, you feel lighter, not because everything in your life has changed, but because your internal emotional burden is releasing. And that is what matters most right now. Good. Now take a slow breath in and breathe out fully. Beautiful. Now imagine your body entering a deeper layer of emotional processing. Because during deep rest like this, the brain organizes emotional experiences, it sorts them, it stabilizes them, it releases what is unnecessary and integrates what is important. And this is why sleep is so powerful for emotional healing, because the conscious mind steps back and the subconscious takes over. So tonight, your subconscious is doing something very important. It is processing emotional residue, not through words, but through feeling, through rhythm, through quiet internal balance. And as this happens, you may feel a subtle sense of relief growing inside you, a softening, a lightness, a gentle emotional release that you do not need to understand, only allow. Good. Now imagine your nervous system like a tightly held rope that has been under tension for a long time, and slowly that rope begins loosening strand by strand, not snapping, not breaking, just gently releasing tension until it becomes soft again. This is emotional unwinding, and it is happening inside you now, naturally, safely, quietly. Now notice your breathing again. It may feel deeper, more open, more effortless. That is your body allowing emotional space to expand. And space is healing, because when emotional space opens, pressure decreases, and when pressure decreases, the nervous system calms. Good. Now imagine something very important. Every emotional experience you have ever held is not lost. It is stored. And tonight, your system is deciding what to keep and what to release. Anything that is too heavy begins dissolving. Anything that is outdated stress begins fading. Anything that no longer serves your peace begins letting go. And this happens automatically when the body is safe. So you do not need to guide it. You only need to rest. Good. Now feel your entire body becoming heavier again. Your legs sinking, your arms relaxing, your shoulders softening, your jaw loosening. This heaviness is emotional release settling into physical relaxation. The body letting go, the mind letting go, the nervous system letting go. Now imagine your inner emotional space becoming clearer, like fog lifting slowly from a landscape. At first, everything felt unclear, heavy, dense, but now clarity begins returning. Soft clarity, gentle clarity, a sense of inner openness you may not have felt in a while. Good. Now take another slow breath in, and as you exhale, imagine emotional pressure leaving your body completely. Very good. Now imagine your subconscious mind gently absorbing new emotional patterns. Patterns of ease, patterns of calm, patterns of emotional resilience, patterns of softness instead of tension. And the more this happens, the more your nervous system begins trusting calm again, because trust is built through repetition. And tonight, calm is being repeated continuously in breath, in stillness, in awareness. Now imagine yourself lying in a peaceful space surrounded by warm, quiet light. No emotional pressure exists here. No need to process anything actively. No need to analyze anything. Just rest, just release, just allow. And as you remain in this state, your emotional system continues releasing deeper layers of stored tension, layers you are not even aware of. Because emotional healing is not always conscious. Much of it happens beneath awareness. And that is happening now. Good. Now feel your heartbeat again. It may feel slower, calmer, more stable. This is emotional regulation returning to balance. Now imagine your breath becoming like a soft ocean rhythm. In, gentle calm. Out, gentle release. In, emotional softness. Out, emotional letting go. And each cycle deepens emotional release further. Good. Now imagine all emotional weight you have been carrying, slowly dissolving into light. Not disappearing instantly, but fading gently, like mist dissolving under morning sun. And as it fades, your inner world becomes lighter, more spacious, more peaceful. Now notice your thoughts again. They may feel very distant now, almost like echoes in another room. That is emotional processing completing itself, because thoughts are less active when emotional load decreases, and right now, emotional load is releasing. Good. Now take another slow breath in and breathe out fully. Beautiful. Now imagine your subconscious mind completing another layer of emotional detoxification. Old emotional impressions are being sorted. Old stress responses are being released. Old tension patterns are being rewritten into calm responses. And this continues even as you drift further into sleep. Because emotional healing does not require conscious effort. It requires safety, and you are safe now, completely safe. Now imagine your entire body floating gently in warm stillness again. No tension, no weight, no emotional resistance, just softness, just calm, just quiet emotional space expanding within you. And as you continue drifting deeper, your nervous system completes another wave of emotional release, allowing you to enter even deeper sleep where healing continues automatically, quietly, and fully beyond awareness. As your entire being settles into profound emotional balance, restoration, and deep nighttime recovery. And now, as your body continues to rest more deeply and your awareness becomes softer, slower, almost like it is dissolving into calm itself, something very profound begins to unfold at the deepest level of your inner system tonight, a full nervous system recalibration. Because everything you have experienced so far in this journey, the softening, the releasing, the letting go, the emotional unwinding, is now beginning to organize itself into a stable new internal balance, not temporary calm, but structured calm, the kind of calm your body can return to again and again, even after stress, even after emotional noise, even after life becomes overwhelming again. So take a slow, gentle breath in, and as you exhale, allow your entire body to sink even deeper into this peaceful state. Good. Another slow breath in, and breathe out fully, letting your nervous system soften even more completely now. Very good. Now, as you continue drifting deeper into stillness, imagine something very important happening inside your body. Your nervous system is no longer just relaxing, it is recalibrating its baseline, meaning the level of tension your body considers normal is shifting, because for many people, stress slowly becomes the baseline, tightness becomes normal, overthinking becomes normal, emotional alertness becomes normal, even when nothing is wrong. But tonight, that baseline is changing. So imagine now a gentle internal dial inside your nervous system. This dial determines your default state, and for a long time, it may have been set too high, too alert, too reactive, too tense. But now, very slowly, that dial begins moving downward. Not suddenly, not forcefully, but steadily, naturally, like a system returning to its original design. Good, very good. Now imagine your entire body responding to that shift. Your breathing becomes softer, your heartbeat becomes steadier, your muscles release unnecessary tension, your mind becomes quieter. Because when the baseline of the nervous system lowers, everything else follows. Now imagine your internal world like a complex system of signals, stress signals, calm signals, emotional signals, physical signals, and for a long time, stress signals may have been louder than everything else, but now, calm signals begin strengthening, becoming clearer, becoming more dominant. And as they strengthen, your system begins reorganizing itself around peace instead of pressure. Good. Now take another slow breath in, and as you exhale, imagine your nervous system receiving a very important message, a message of safety, not imagined safety, not forced safety, but deeply felt safety in this moment right now, and your body responds instantly because your nervous system is always listening even when you are not aware of it. Now imagine something even deeper happening. Your stress response system begins recalibrating its sensitivity, meaning it no longer reacts as strongly to small internal or external triggers. Everything begins becoming less sharp, less reactive, less overwhelming. This is emotional regulation returning, and it is happening inside you now. Good. Now imagine your mind like a radio that has been picking up too many stations at once. Noise, static, overlapping signals. But slowly, the dial is being adjusted, stations are fading, noise is decreasing, and one clear signal begins emerging. Stillness. That stillness is your natural state. Now feel your body becoming heavier again. This heaviness is recalibration settling in, your nervous system adjusting itself into balance, not force balance, natural balance, biological balance. Good. Now imagine your breathing becoming the central rhythm of your entire system. Everything else fades into background. Only breath remains noticeable. In, calm stability. Out, release of excess tension. In, grounding. Out, letting go. And each breath is now helping your nervous system stabilize further. Now imagine your brain entering a lower frequency state. Slower waves, smoother patterns, less internal noise, more coherence. This is the brain moving into restoration mode, where repair becomes the priority, where emotional balance begins strengthening, where overactivity reduces naturally. Good. Now imagine your entire body like a finely tuned instrument. When stress is high, the instrument is out of tune, but now each breath is gently tuning it back into harmony, not instantly, but gradually, wave by wave, moment by moment, breath by breath. Now feel your shoulders again. Notice how much softer they are compared to before. Your jaw relaxed, your face calm, your chest open, your stomach loose. This is recalibration becoming physical, because the nervous system is not just mental, it lives in the body, and the body is now shifting into a new state of equilibrium. Good. Now imagine your emotional system beginning to stabilize, not suppressing emotions, not overwhelming emotions, but balancing them so that emotions no longer feel chaotic. They feel manageable, flowing, gentle, integrated, and this stability is something your subconscious mind is learning deeply right now, because repetition creates neural structure, and tonight, calm is being repeated continuously through breath, through silence, through presence. Good. Now take another slow breath in and breathe out fully. Beautiful. Now imagine something very powerful happening inside your subconscious mind. Old reactive patterns are being replaced with stable responses. Instead of instant emotional reaction, there is pause. Instead of overwhelm, there is space. Instead of tension, there is softness. And that pause is powerful, because in that pause, your nervous system has time to choose calm instead of stress. Now imagine your internal world becoming more spacious, like a wide open sky after clouds have moved away. No pressure, no emotional congestion, just space. And that space is where healing stabilizes. Good. Now feel your entire body sinking deeper again, almost like being gently held by something larger than you. The bed beneath you, the air around you, the quiet night itself, everything supporting you fully now. And in that support, your nervous system continues recalibrating deeper layers of itself. Even the subtle background tension you are not aware of begins releasing slowly, softly, naturally. Now imagine you're breathing like a slow tide. It rises, it falls without effort, and with every cycle, your nervous system becomes more aligned, more balanced, more grounded. Good. Now imagine your subconscious mind organizing emotional memory, not erasing anything, but softening the emotional charge attached to it. So memories that once felt heavy now feel neutral, less intense, less activating. This is emotional recalibration, where the past loses its emotional grip and your nervous system becomes free again. Now feel your body becoming even quieter, your thoughts fading further, your awareness drifting deeper. This is the recalibrated nervous system settling into its new baseline, a calmer baseline, a steadier baseline, a more peaceful baseline. Good. Now take another slow breath in and breathe out fully. Very good. Now imagine your entire system like a calm lake at night again, but this time the stillness is deeper than before, more stable, more consistent, less affected by movement, because your recalibration is strengthening stability within you, and stability is what allows you to handle life with more ease. Now imagine that calm lake inside your chest, still, peaceful, balanced, and every breath smooths it further. In, stability. Out, release. In, calm baseline. Out, Emotional reset. Good. Now feel how deeply your body has settled, the weight, the softness, the stillness. This is your recalibrated nervous system state forming, and it will continue even as you fall fully asleep. Because recalibration does not stop at awareness, it continues in sleep cycles, in subconscious processing, in deep restoration. Now imagine yourself drifting further away from thinking entirely and into pure rest where nothing is required, nothing is processed consciously. Only healing continues quietly underneath. And as you drift deeper now, your nervous system completes another stage of recalibration, stabilizing emotional responses, lowering internal reactivity, and anchoring your entire being into a deeper, more balanced, more peaceful baseline that continues supporting you even beyond sleep, into tomorrow, and into every moment that follows. And now, as you continue drifting deeper into this calm state, something very important begins to happen at a level beneath thought, beneath emotion, beneath awareness itself, a restoration of your internal rhythm, because every human being has a natural rhythm inside the nervous system, a rhythm of activation and recovery, a rhythm of stress and release, a rhythm of doing and being. But when life becomes overwhelming for too long, that rhythm becomes distorted. The doing becomes constant, the resting becomes rare, and the nervous system forgets how to return naturally to balance. But tonight, that rhythm begins returning. So take a slow, gentle breath in, and as you exhale, allow your entire body to soften even more deeply into stillness. Good. Another slow breath in, and breathe out fully, letting go of anything remaining inside you that still feels slightly tight or active. Very good. Now, as your awareness continues to drift, imagine something very subtle beginning to unfold within your nervous system. A rhythmic correction, not forced, not sudden, but gradual, like a broken musical rhythm slowly returning to harmony. Because your nervous system is not random, it is rhythmic, it has cycles, and when those cycles are disrupted, stress becomes persistent. But when rhythm is restored, calm becomes natural again. So imagine now, deep inside your body, a soft internal metronome beginning to adjust itself. At first, it may have been irregular, fast in some moments, slow in others, unbalanced. But now it begins stabilizing, becoming steady, becoming even, becoming smooth. Good, very good. Now imagine your breathing aligning with that rhythm. In, calm, steady flow. Out, gentle release. In, balanced ease. Out, soft surrender. Each breath sinking your nervous system back into its natural timing, because breath is one of the strongest regulators of internal rhythm, and your breath is now returning you to balance. Now imagine your heart also beginning to align, not changing its function, but adjusting its emotional rhythm, becoming less reactive, more stable, more grounded. This is your internal system synchronizing again, like instruments in an orchestra slowly tuning together, no longer separate, no longer chaotic, but unified. And unity inside the nervous system creates peace. Now feel your body again, the heaviness, the softness, the stillness. These are signs that your system is entering synchronized rhythm. Good. Now imagine your mind like a surface of water. When rhythm is disrupted, waves are chaotic, but when rhythm is restored, waves become smooth and predictable, gentle, even, flowing. And as your nervous system synchronizes now, those mental waves begin calming. Thoughts become less fragmented, less intense, less frequent, and more spaced apart, creating silence between thoughts. And in that silence, your nervous system heals more deeply. Now take another slow breath in, and as you exhale, imagine every internal system in your body beginning to synchronize together. Your breath, your heartbeat, your nervous system, your emotional system, all aligning into one calm, unified rhythm. Good. Now imagine something even deeper happening. Your stress response system is no longer firing unpredictably. Instead, it is learning timing again, meaning your body is no longer reacting instantly to internal signals of tension. There is space, a pause, a moment of calm between stimulus and response, and that pause is where healing lives. Now imagine that pause expanding inside you, wider, calmer, more stable. Good. Now feel your awareness becoming softer again, less focused on thinking, more focused on sensation. The sensation of breathing, the sensation of resting, the sensation of being supported, and in that sensation, your nervous system finds grounding. Now imagine your entire body like a calm ocean at night once again. But now, the waves are perfectly synchronized, moving together, not against each other, not in chaos, but in harmony. And that harmony is your nervous system returning to its natural design. Now take another slow breath in and breathe out fully. Very good. Now imagine your subconscious mind adjusting deeper internal timing patterns. The timing of emotional reactions, the timing of stress responses, the timing of relaxation responses. And as these timings adjust, your system becomes more resilient, more stable, less easily overwhelmed, because rhythm creates resilience. Now feel your chest again. It may feel more open now, less tight, less restricted, because synchronized rhythm reduces internal pressure. Now feel your stomach area. It may feel softer, more relaxed, because internal rhythm affects digestion of emotional stress as well. Now feel your shoulders heavier, looser, because they are no longer holding unnecessary tension. Good. Now imagine your entire nervous system like a river system that has been chaotic for too long. But now, all streams begin flowing in alignment, not rushing, not blocking, but flowing together in steady direction, and that direction is calm. Now imagine your breathing becoming extremely soft, almost like the breath is happening by itself. In, gentle awareness. Out, quiet release. In, natural rhythm. Out, deeper surrender. Good. Now imagine your brain waves slowing into deeper synchronization, less erratic activity, more organized calm patterns. This is what happens when the nervous system restores rhythm. Cognitive noise decreases, emotional stability increases, physical relaxation deepens. Now feel your entire body becoming even heavier, more grounded, more still. This heaviness is your system locking into synchronized calm. Good. Now imagine a soft glowing light moving slowly through your nervous system. Wherever it passes, irregular rhythms begin aligning. Wherever it moves, imbalance dissolves. And as it moves through you, everything becomes smoother, more stable, more unified. Now take another slow breath in and breathe out fully. Very good. Now imagine something very important happening. Your body is now remembering its natural rhythm, the rhythm of safety, the rhythm of rest, the rhythm of recovery. And this rhythm is stronger than stress because it is your original design. Now feel your awareness fading slightly more, thoughts becoming even quieter, body becoming even heavier, breathing becoming even slower. And in this synchronized state, your nervous system begins locking into deep restoration mode, where healing becomes continuous, where balance becomes automatic, where calm becomes default. Good. Now imagine yourself floating gently in a calm rhythmic space. No interruptions, no disturbances, just smooth synchronized flow. And in that flow, your nervous system continues aligning deeper layers of itself, even as you drift, even as you sleep, even as awareness fades completely. The rhythm continues, calm continues, healing continues. And as you move further into sleep now, Your entire being settles into deeply synchronized nervous system restoration, where every breath supports balance, every moment strengthens rhythm, and every layer of your system moves closer to natural harmony, stability, and effortless inner calm that continues throughout the night. And now, as you continue drifting even deeper into this quiet, peaceful state, something very important begins unfolding inside you at a level beyond conscious thought, beyond emotional reaction, beyond even the need to understand it, because your system is no longer just relaxing. It is now entering stabilization, a deeper state where everything that has softened, everything that has released, everything that has slowed down begins settling into a stable inner foundation that your nervous system can rely on again and again. Not temporary calm, but lasting internal stability. So take a slow, gentle breath in, and as you exhale, allow your body to sink even more comfortably into the surface beneath you. Good. Another slow breath in, and breathe out fully, letting your entire system soften further into stillness. Very good. Now, as your awareness continues to fade gently into the background, something very subtle happening inside your nervous system. All the changes that have been occurring so far, the calming, the slowing, the releasing, the synchronizing, are now beginning to organize into structure. Because relaxation alone is not enough. Your body needs stability. Your nervous system needs consistency. Your mind needs a new baseline that it can return to even after stress. And that baseline is now forming. So imagine inside your body, like a deep internal architecture, new foundations are gently being built, not physical structures, but emotional and neurological stability patterns. Strong, balanced, steady, good. Now imagine your nervous system like a lake bed beneath a calm body of water. When the lake is disturbed, the surface becomes chaotic. But when the lake bed is stable, even if movement happens above, it always returns to calm. And tonight, your inner lake bed is becoming stable again, solidifying, strengthening, settling into balance. Now take another slow breath in. And as you exhale, imagine every remaining piece of internal instability gently dissolving. Good, very good. Now imagine your body beginning to develop a new sense of internal predictability, meaning your nervous system no longer feels unpredictable or unstable inside. Instead, it begins recognizing calm as its default state again. Not something rare, not something temporary, but something familiar. Something natural, something safe, and familiarity creates stability. Now imagine your breathing becoming part of this new stability. In, steady calm presence. Out, steady release. In, grounded awareness. Out, letting go of internal tension. Each breath reinforcing stability deeper inside your system. Good. Now imagine your emotional system becoming more predictable in a healthy way, not numb, not suppressed, but stable. So emotions no longer feel overwhelming or chaotic. They feel manageable, flowing, balanced. Because stability does not remove emotion, it regulates it. Now feel your entire body again. Notice how deeply it is resting now. The heaviness, the softness, the stillness. These are not random sensations. They are signs that your internal system is forming stability. Good. Now imagine your mind like a quiet room at night. Earlier, it may have had flickers of noise, random thoughts, emotional echoes, but now the room is steady, quiet, predictable, and in that predictability, your nervous system relaxes even further because unpredictability creates tension, but stability creates safety. Now take another slow breath in and breathe out fully. Very good. Now imagine something very powerful happening inside your subconscious mind. It is now beginning to recognize this calm state as a reference point, a baseline, a home state. So even if stress appears later in life, your system will remember this feeling, this calm, this stability, and it will know how to return here again. That is nervous system learning. That is emotional anchoring. That is internal stability forming. Now imagine your entire body like a structure, gently being reinforced from within. Not rigid, not tense, but strong in a soft way, like bamboo in the wind. Flexible, stable, resilient, good. Now feel your shoulders again, heavier now, more supported, your chest calmer, your stomach relaxed, your jaw soft. Everything in your body is moving towards stability. Now imagine your nervous system like a river that has finally found its natural channel again. No more scattered flow, no more turbulence, just steady movement in the right direction. And that direction is calm. Now take another slow breath in, and as you exhale, imagine stabilizing every internal system within your body. Good. Now imagine your brain beginning to form stronger regulatory patterns, meaning your emotional reactions will become less extreme over time. Your stress response will become more balanced. Your ability to return to calm will become faster. And this is happening because your nervous system is building stability right now, even in this moment, even as you rest, even as you drift. Now imagine your subconscious mind storing this feeling deeply, like saving a blueprint, a reference state, a stable emotional home you can return to. Good. Now feel your awareness becoming even softer, thoughts fading further, breathing slowing further, body sinking deeper. This is stabilization becoming physical experience. Now imagine a soft grounding energy moving through your entire body, from head to toe, anchoring you, stabilizing you, supporting you. Wherever it moves, instability dissolves. Wherever it passes, balance returns. Good. Now imagine your nervous system like a tree that has been shaken by storms for too long. But now its roots are growing deeper, stronger, more stable, anchored into calm ground. And even if winds come later, the tree will remain steady, because stability is not absence of movement. It is resilience within movement. Now take another slow breath in and breathe out fully. Very good. Now imagine your emotional system becoming less reactive over time, not because emotions disappear, but because your nervous system now has stability to hold them. So nothing overwhelms you the same way anymore because your internal foundation is stronger. Good. Now feel your entire body resting in that stability, heavier, calmer, more grounded than before. This is your nervous system building long-term balance. Now imagine your breathing becoming extremely smooth, almost invisible. In, quiet stability. Out, deep internal grounding. In, calm structure forming. Out, emotional settling. Good. Now imagine your subconscious mind reinforcing this stable state repeatedly. Not just now, but throughout sleep, throughout rest, throughout recovery, because the brain strengthens what is repeated during relaxation, and tonight stability is being repeated continuously. Now feel your awareness fading further into quietness, thoughts almost completely gone, only sensation remains, only stillness remains, only stability remains. Good. Now imagine yourself resting inside a deeply stable inner space. Nothing fluctuates, nothing disturbs, everything feels steady. And in that steadiness, your nervous system locks into a deeper restorative mode, where healing becomes consistent, where balance becomes automatic, where calm becomes natural baseline. And as you drift further now, your entire system continues building deep internal stability, anchoring your nervous system into a grounded emotional foundation that remains with you even beyond sleep, supporting your mind, your body, and your inner world into a calm, balanced, and naturally stable state of being. And now, as you continue drifting even deeper into this calm, stable, quiet state, something very subtle begins happening beneath all awareness, beneath all thought, Beneath even the feeling of you are listening, a final layer of deep integration is beginning, because everything your nervous system has experienced through this journey, the calming, the releasing, the resetting, the synchronizing, the stabilizing, is now beginning to unify into one complete internal state, not separate pieces anymore, but one whole system of peace. So take a slow, gentle breath in, and as you exhale, allow your body to soften even further into complete stillness. Good. Another slow breath in, and breathe out fully, letting everything inside you settle even deeper now. Very good. Now, as your awareness becomes softer and more distant, imagine something very important happening inside your entire system. All the layers of healing that have been activated so far are now merging, because true nervous system healing is not just relaxation, not just release, not just reset, not just stability. It is integration of all those states into one unified inner balance. So imagine inside your body, every system gently aligning: your emotional system, your cognitive system, your physical system, your autonomic nervous system, all slowly synchronizing into one coherent rhythm. Good. Now imagine your nervous system like a vast network of threads inside your body. For a long time, those threads may have felt scattered, tight in some areas, loose in others, overactive in some places, underactive in others. But now, very gently, those threads begin aligning, not forced, not tightened, just naturally organizing themselves into harmony, like water settling into a perfectly still surface. Now take another slow breath in, and as you exhale, imagine every part of your internal system becoming aware of every other part in a balanced way. Good, very good. Now imagine your brain, your heart, and your nervous system beginning to communicate more efficiently again, not in chaos, not in overreaction, but in clarity, because integration means communication becomes smooth, stable, clear, and when internal communication becomes clear, emotional confusion decreases, mental noise decreases, physical tension decreases, and your entire system becomes more unified. Now imagine your body like a single flowing system instead of separate parts. Breathing supports heart, heart supports nervous system supports mind. Everything working together, everything aligned. Good. Now take another slow breath in and breathe out fully. Very good. Now imagine something even deeper happening. All previously stored emotional experiences inside your system are now being placed into proper internal locations, not removed, not erased, but organized, because disorganized emotional storage creates stress, but organized emotional storage creates peace. So imagine your subconscious mind gently sorting everything. What is safe to release dissolves. What is useful to keep is stored safely. What is neutral becomes quiet background memory. And through this process, your internal emotional world becomes less chaotic, more structured, more peaceful. Good. Now imagine your nervous system like a vast ocean finally becoming still after many layers of waves. Surface calm, deeper calm, and then even deeper stillness underneath that. Because integration is not just surface relaxation, it is deep systemic alignment. Now feel your breathing again, almost effortless now, almost automatic, as if your body is breathing itself into peace. In, gentle balance; out, quiet release; in, unified calm; out, deeper settling. Good. Now imagine your entire nervous system entering a state of coherence. This means all internal rhythms are aligned. Heart rhythm, breathing rhythm, brain rhythm, emotional rhythm, all moving together, not in conflict, not in disorder, but in harmony. And coherence is one of the deepest states of healing the human body can experience. Now feel your shoulders even more relaxed, your chest open, your stomach calm, your jaw completely loose, everything in your body now reflecting internal unity. Good. Now imagine your mind becoming extremely quiet, not empty, but unified, where thoughts no longer compete for attention. Instead, they fade into background stillness, and in that stillness, your subconscious mind strengthens internal balance even more, because integration continues even when awareness fades. Now take another slow breath in and breathe out fully. Very good. Now imagine something very powerful happening inside your emotional system. All emotional fragments that once felt separate are now becoming part of one stable emotional field, meaning your emotions are no longer scattered reactions, they are now part of a balanced internal flow. So sadness, calm, relief, stillness, softness, everything begins coexisting in harmony, not overwhelming, not conflicting, but balanced. Good. Now feel your entire body like it is being gently held in perfect equilibrium, no tension pulling you in any direction, no emotional imbalance, no mental resistance, just centered presence. Now imagine your nervous system like a perfectly tuned instrument that is finally resonating at its natural frequency, clear, stable, balanced, and this resonance is what your body remembers as home. Now take another slow breath in and breathe out fully. Very good. Now imagine your subconscious mind reinforcing this integrated state deeply, not temporarily, but structurally, like saving a final blueprint of internal balance. So even after sleep, even after waking, your system remembers this feeling, this coherence, this unity. Good. Now feel your awareness fading further, almost completely quiet now. No effort in thinking, no need for analysis, only presence remains, only stillness remains, only deep integration remains. Now imagine your entire system gently locking into this unified state, not rigid, not fixed, but stable enough to hold calm even during life's movement. And as this happens, your nervous system enters its deepest restorative mode, where everything is aligned, everything is balanced, everything is unified, and healing continues automatically beneath awareness. Now imagine yourself drifting even further into sleep, where your mind no longer separates experiences, where your body continues integrating all that has been restored, and where your entire being settles into a complete, unified state of calm, balance, and deep natural healing that continues throughout the night without interruption. And now, as you drift even deeper into this calm state, something very quiet, very final, and very powerful begins to happen inside your nervous system tonight, a complete settling, because everything that has been activated so far in this journey, calming, releasing, resetting, synchronizing, stabilizing, integrating, is now gently moving into its final phase, not ending, but settling, like waves that have traveled far, finally reaching still water. So take a slow, gentle breath in, and as you exhale, allow your entire body to soften even more deeply now. Good. Another slow breath in, and breathe out fully, letting go of everything that is still slightly active inside you. Very good. Now, as your awareness becomes quieter and more distant, imagine something very important happening inside your entire system. Everything is beginning to slow down into completion, because your nervous system does not just heal in steps, it heals in phases, and after integration comes settling. This is the phase where everything that has been reorganized begins locking into place gently, like soft sand finally becoming still after being disturbed. No more movement needed, no more adjustment required, just natural stillness forming. Good. Now imagine your body like a vast landscape at night. Earlier, there were winds of thought, currents of emotion, movements of tension, but now, all of that is fading, and what remains is quiet land, stable ground, peaceful stillness. Now take another slow breath in, and as you exhale, Imagine your entire system gently completing its final adjustments. Good, very good. Now imagine your nervous system like a river that has finally reached the ocean. And once it reaches the ocean, it no longer needs to rush, no longer needs to push, no longer needs to struggle. It simply becomes part of something vast, calm and stable. That is what is happening inside you now. Your internal systems are merging into stillness. Now feel your breathing again. It may feel almost weightless now, almost invisible. That is settling. That is completion beginning. Good. Now imagine your mind becoming extremely quiet, not active, not processing, just resting, like a calm sky after all storms have passed. And in that sky, there is nothing left to fix, nothing left to solve, nothing left to carry. Only open space remains. Now take another slow breath in and breathe out fully. Very good. Now imagine something very subtle happening inside your emotional system. All emotional energy that was previously in motion is now gently coming to rest, not suppressed, not removed, but peacefully settled, like water in a glass, becoming completely still after being set down. No vibration, no disturbance, just calm presence. Good. Now feel your entire body becoming even heavier, more grounded, more deeply supported than before. This heaviness is not resistance. It is completion. It is your system fully entering rest mode. Now imagine your nervous system like a soft glowing structure inside you. Earlier, it was adjusting. Now, it is simply glowing steadily, balanced, stable, consistent. This is your body's natural resting state returning. Good. Now take another slow breath in and breathe out fully. Very good. Now imagine your subconscious mind gently finalizing all the healing work done so far, not adding anything new, not changing anything further, just stabilizing everything that has already been restored, like saving a completed version of inner balance, so it becomes easier to return to this state again in the future. Good. Now imagine your breathing becoming extremely slow, almost like time itself is slowing down. In, soft stillness. Out, deep quiet release. In, peaceful presence. Out, complete surrender. Now feel your awareness becoming softer than ever before, almost like dissolving into calm itself. Thoughts are no longer forming clearly. They are fading into background silence. Good. Now imagine your entire body resting inside a field of deep stillness. No movement needed, no effort required, no emotional weight left to carry, just pure resting presence. And in this presence, your nervous system completes its final settling process. Every system aligning into long-term balance, every internal rhythm slowing into harmony, every emotional signal stabilizing, everything now becoming whole. Good. Now take another slow breath in and breathe out fully. Very good. Now imagine something very important happening at the deepest level of your biology. Your body is now entering full restorative equilibrium. This means nothing inside you is overactive, nothing inside you is underactive. Everything is balanced, everything is stable, everything is calm, and this is the state where true healing continues silently even without awareness. Now imagine yourself floating gently in a calm, endless space. No direction, no urgency, no tension, just stillness holding you. And in that stillness, your system continues settling deeper, layer by layer, breath by breath, moment by moment. Good. Now feel your entire body as if it has fully let go of all remaining effort. No holding, no bracing, no resistance. Only surrender into rest. Now imagine your mind becoming almost completely silent, like a distant echo that has finally faded away. And in that silence, something very peaceful remains. Pure awareness, soft awareness, calm awareness. Now take another slow breath in and breathe out fully. Very good. Now imagine your nervous system completing its final deep settling wave, all previous states now fully absorbed, all previous changes now fully stabilized, all previous healing now fully integrated. And what remains is simple: stillness, balance, rest. Good. Now feel your body sinking deeper again, even heavier now, even quieter, even more deeply supported. This is the final settling phase, where nothing more is being changed. Only deep rest remains. Now imagine yourself lying in complete calm darkness that feels safe, warm, and deeply peaceful. No interruptions, no disturbances, just rest continuing on its own. And as you remain here, your entire nervous system locks into deep, long-term, restorative balance, where everything that has been softened, reset, synchronized, stabilized, and integrated now settles fully into a complete state of inner calm, allowing your body and mind to continue healing naturally, quietly, and deeply throughout the rest of the night. And now, as you reach the final layer of this journey tonight, something very quiet, very deep, and very complete begins to happen inside your entire being, because this is no longer about change, no longer about adjustment, no longer about healing steps or processes. This is about completion, a full cycle of nervous system restoration gently coming to rest. So take a slow, gentle breath in, and as you exhale, allow your entire body to soften one final layer deeper into stillness. Good. Another slow breath in, and breathe out fully, letting everything inside you settle completely now. Very good. Now, as your awareness becomes extremely soft, almost like it is dissolving into calm itself, imagine something very important happening inside your nervous system. Everything that was once active is now quiet. Everything that was once tense is now relaxed. Everything that was once fragmented is now whole. This is the final state your body naturally seeks, wholeness. So imagine your entire system gently arriving at that place now, not through effort, not through control, but through natural completion. Good. Now imagine your nervous system like a vast ocean at midnight. At first, there may have been waves, then ripples, then gentle movement, but now everything is still, not empty stillness, alive stillness, deep stillness, the kind of stillness that holds everything together. Now take another slow breath in, and as you exhale, imagine your entire body entering this still ocean of calm. Good, very good. Now imagine something very subtle happening inside your internal awareness. There is no longer anything being processed, no longer anything being sorted, no longer anything being released. Everything has already been completed. Now only integration remains. And integration is not action, it is presence. So simply be here now, resting, floating, existing in calm awareness. Good. Now feel your body again. It may feel almost weightless now, almost like it is no longer separate from the space around it. That is deep nervous system completion, where boundaries between body and rest become soft. Now imagine your breathing becoming extremely subtle, almost disappearing into silence. In, gentle stillness. Out, soft release. In, peaceful presence. Out, complete letting go. Good. Sealing all the work that has been done tonight. Like closing a soft book of healing, not ending it, but preserving it, so that everything your nervous system has learned, calm, stability, rhythm, integration, reset, emotional release, all of it remains within you, ready to return whenever needed. Good. Now imagine your entire body like a deeply resting landscape under a calm night sky. No movement, no disturbance, no tension left to release. Only stillness, only safety, only deep natural rest. Now take another slow breath in and breathe out fully. Very good. Now imagine your nervous system entering its final state of restoration. a state where it no longer needs to adjust because everything has already aligned. No more correction, no more balancing, only maintenance of calm. Good. Now feel your awareness becoming softer than ever before, thoughts no longer forming clearly, emotions no longer active. Only a deep, quiet presence remains, and that presence is enough. Now imagine yourself floating in a vast space of pure calm. No edges, no boundaries, no effort, just infinite stillness holding you gently. Good. Now take another slow breath in and breathe out fully. Very good. Now imagine your entire nervous system fully completing its return to natural baseline, the baseline of calm, the baseline of safety, the baseline of balance. This is your body's original state beneath stress, and tonight you have returned to it. Now feel your entire body deeply resting, heavier now, quieter now, more still than before. This is completion settling into your system. Good. Now imagine your mind becoming completely silent, not asleep yet, but almost there, a soft transition between awareness and rest, and in this space there is nothing left to do, nothing left to fix, nothing left to process. Only peace remains. Now take one final slow breath in, and as you exhale, allow yourself to fully let go now. Good, very good. Now imagine your entire being gently drifting into deep restorative sleep, where healing continues automatically, where your nervous system maintains balance on its own, where your mind rests fully, where your body repairs itself naturally. And as you move into sleep now, your entire system remains in this completed state of calm integration, stability, and deep nervous system restoration, carrying you peacefully through the night into full recovery, renewal, and quiet inner balance that continues long after this moment fades.